How you been so low? Tech, powering the nation into the next generation.
On behalf of all of us here at Talk City 91.1 FM, we extend heartfelt Eid Mubarak greetings to the Muslim community and to all our listeners across Trinidad and Tobago as we mark the end of the holy month of Ramadan, a time of reflection, sacrifice, and spiritual renewal. We celebrate the values that bring us together: faith, compassion, generosity, and unity. May this Eid al-Fitr bring peace to your hearts, joy to your homes, and blessings to your families. May the spirit of giving and togetherness continue to guide us all in the days ahead. From our Talk City family to yours, Eid Mubarak, and have a safe, joyful, and blessed celebration.
Voices you know, trust, and respect are the very best in talk. Talk City 91.1.
Look at you. Hey, something about that waist, girl. You're walking in. You're whining to the bass, girl. You're walking in. Hey, the way you wind your body, you make me spend my money. Spend it for me. How are you dip and go down there, dip and go down, dip and go down there, dip and go down. How are you dip and go down there, dip and go down. How are you dip and go down there, dip and go down. How are you wine and go down there. Girl, away you wine and go down there. Girl, away you wine and go down there. Oh Lord, you're turning up the pressure. You're walking it. Your body flow like water. You're walking it. My friends calling me to stay. Only you are wanting front me. Oh Lord, girl, away you turn it. Bend down and roll it. Full of style, you know if you control it. Lay bad when it's touch road. Make your 10 fingers touch your 10 toes. We don't want to get personal, but we want to take you home now, girl. Gotta wine me phenomenal. Girl, take, talk, wine, back, bend, low, now waist, girl. You're walking in. You're whining to the bass, girl. You're walking in. Hey, the way you wind your body, you make me spend my money. Spend it for me, spend it for me. Dip and go down there, dip and go down. Dip and go down there, dip and go down. Dip and go down there, dip and go down. How are you dip and go down there, girl? Go down. Dip and go down there, dip and go down. Dip and go down there, dip and go down. Dip and go down there, dip and go down. How are you dip and go down there, girl? Go down, girl. You're walking in. You're whining to the bass, girl. You're walking in. Hey, the way you wind your body, you make me spend my money. How are you dip and go down there, dip and go down, dip and go down there, dip and go down. How are you dip and go down there, dip and go down. How are you dip and go down there, dip and go down. How are you wine and go down there, wine and go down. How are you wine and go down there, wine and go down. How are you wine and go down there, wine and go down. Oh Lord, you're turning up the pressure. You're walking it. Your body flow like water. You're walking it. The way you wind your body.
Wake up to the issues that matter most on the Ground Report. Join Andy Williams and Lennox Smith every morning from 6 to 9 a.m. for real talk, real analysis, and real perspectives on the stories shaping our nation. News, current affairs, and voices from the ground, unfiltered and unapologetic. That's the Ground Report. Weekday mornings on Talk City 91.1, where the conversation begins.
Size of mine, but my bill is twice the cost of yours. Johnny, what going on, boy? How you been so low? How you been so low? I conserving energy. I switch your LED at the stun of the AC, and I'm saving real money. It's our responsibility for a brighter TNT. Cut the waste and you would see. Why everybody asking me? They asking how you been so low? How you been so low? Tech, powering the nation into the next generation.
Talk City 91.1 FM. We extend heartfelt Eid Mubarak greetings to the Muslim community and to all our listeners across Trinidad and Tobago as we mark the end of the holy month of Ramadan, a time of reflection, sacrifice, and spiritual renewal. we celebrate the values that bring us together: faith, compassion, generosity, and unity. May this Eid al-Fitr bring peace to your hearts, joy to your homes, and blessings to your families. May the spirit of giving and togetherness continue to guide us all in the days ahead. From our Talk City family to yours, Eid Mubarak, and have a safe, joyful, and blessed celebration.
Mornings just got louder, bolder, and more informed. From 6 to 9 a.m., it's the Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith on Talk City 91.1.
This is Destra, and right now you're listening to Talk City 91.1. Keep it locked. This is
6
Destra,
a.m.
and you're
to
listening
9
to the Ground
a.m.
Report.
Join Andy Williams and Lennox Smith, the Ground Report team, as they rip apart the lies, half-truth, and misinformation that the mainstream media never discuss. The Ground Report. Hard-hitting, informative, undiluted, uncompromising, and unfiltered. Monday to Friday. Get the raw facts before making any life-changing decisions. Only on the Ground Report.
The ground report.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
The ground report. The ground report.
I would think that there's been very clear that all the employees of Petrotrin will exit the company. All.
The ground report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith. The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
What is Eid al-Fitr? Eid al-Fitr.
Out of the ashes we rise. There's no one like you. None like you. Our God is greater. Our God is strong.
Bang, bang, bang.
then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? Stand against.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Time check. It's about 9 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. I say happy Eid Mubarak to my Muslim brothers and sisters. To each and every one of you. Mr. Pleasant, good morning to all. My drivers, there won't be much on the road today. Today it's a holiday, eh? But it still will have a lot. That's like how we are to work on a holiday. Yeah, we working all. The holiday fall on a weekend. Well then, you know what time it is. What's along since Monday to Friday? The number one program. It's up and running for you. A pleasant good morning to those of you that look on to us in Tobago. Tobago, a pleasant good morning to you. And happy holidays to you, Tobago. Say Eid Mubarak, huh? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here it is, Trinidad and Tobago. Before I get this very interesting program started this morning, let me say a pleasant good morning to all of you that are locked on to us online. I wasn't expecting all of you, eh? I forget that we was working today until Monday. Please go there. Nah. So whenever I say that in the future, just remember we don't have no holiday. Songs that fall between Monday to Friday will be up and running. If I holiday fall on a Saturday, Sunday, well, that's a different ball game. So let me say a pleasant good morning to all of you that are already online. I'm so shocked. Especially when I tell until Monday morning. Nancy Basti, a pleasant good morning to you. Carmen, good morning. Desmond Hines, a pleasant good morning to you. Wendy and John, good morning. Renal, good morning to you. Wendy and John, good morning. Anthony Ford, good morning. Gloria Escala, you're up early, girl. A pleasant good morning to you. Elizabeth. Jenny Bell, you're up early. Thanks for each and every one of you joining us on this holiday that are celebrated in Trinidad and Tobago. The holiday of Eid, eh? They say assalamu alaikum, yeah, to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Hey Rick, a pleasant good morning to you. Cindy Mohan, good morning. Carol Brown, good morning. Rick Lachman, a good morning to you. Narish, I like that. All up and running, man. That will be talking about. I know all my diehards. My diehards will be up and running on a holiday too. That's how we doing it. Ashmir, good morning, my brother. Rajendra Maharaj, you're up and running, boy. Sit there, Dookie. How we are going, my brother? Paul Daniel saying you up and running too. Very good, Natasha. Ram Sanka. Hey, girl, how we going? Hey, Judith Williams, good morning. Farmer Kane Farmer, what, boy? My partner, you're up and running early, boy. Dave, good morning to you. Nancy Basio, I think I tell you morning already, eh? Betty. There's our next Betty. Yeah, this looks like our next Betty here, boy. Yeah. Hey, Primraj, good morning to you. Anne-Marie Amen, how are you going? Good morning to you. My dear friend Anne-Marie Amen. Matilda Rhodes, how are you going, my friend? Marilyn Ciceran, you up early too? I wanna know.
Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Rudy, good morning to you. Monica Ramki Suna, pleasant good morning. Ryan, Nick Cherry. Brian, how we going? Nigel George. Taradat, good morning. That's Ram Sarup, eh? Good morning to you. Jacqueline Samuel, pleasant good morning. Jennifer Jones, good morning. Soka Dolly, good morning. Ishmael Khan, Eid Mubarak. Are you a Muslim? Khan is a Muslim, eh? Anthony, good morning to you. Diane, legendary, good morning. Miss Cooper, you're up early. Marky Thunderboom, you need to live better. But I see you ain't want silk, you ain't want CPEP contract, you ain't want this, you ain't want that. Wappen. I ain't gonna go too heavy, but Wappen, how you realize that none of that and you ain't white again? But at least still request the silk now. You can't get a European a CPEP and a this and a that. So you may be able to still get a silk. Oh, let me hear what you need. Let me hear you. Look, you write what you need all here. Esther Smith, good morning. I need to live better. I must live better. I need a government contract. Okay, that's very slow. Very, very slow these days. A UNC board appointment. I'm not too sure if all the boards go on yet. Silk and HGC house. And I think they're now going and start to put things together because not much house was built in the last thing. Then the fixing the houses that it had there that the PNM built in the last dispensation of the government. What else you want, right? To live better. Man, ain't your life and you could send these messages, so it means you living real good. The fact that the Almighty God, today's a Muslim holiday, Allah, gave you that opportunity to be alive today, to send those messages to yours truly, the Pitbull of Radio, right here on the Ground Report program. Beaming across several social media platforms and live on the radio, Talk City 91.1 FM in Trinidad and Tobago. Man, you are living very good. You have the blessing of Allah. You are alive, you are alive. We have a lot of people in our life. The Soul, not alive. Danny Guerra, not alive. It had this one, Mr. Bartare used to call this program not alive. Mr. Blues not alive. It's Mr. Belmont, he gone. This next red man who was a real nice activist, what you call him, boy? Stone, Brian Stone, he gone. Mr. Tagarigo, who used to call on the program, Lennox. Lennox! Wait a minute! You're a voice like this all here. I don't know something, Lennox? Yeah, only know that man. He and all gone. So now keep Thunderboom, be very, very grateful that you are alive today. Frank James, good morning to you and thanks for joining us. Nigel Black, I don't tell you morning already. Bisnat Passad, my people really and truly, it had nothing such as holidays when it coming to the biggest program in Trinidad and Tobago, The Ground Report. The Ground Report. Good morning!
Bang, 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 bang,
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
click on you to see who else with us this morning. Well, I don't know all my Betties. A pleasant good morning to all my Betties. Eleanor. Oh, God, girl, you're up early. Hey, let me say a pleasant good morning to my baby. My baby ought to be up and running. Teacher Balmain. I hope you get the opportunity wherever you are, where you know where you are, to take a jump in on the ground report. Groove Master songs like you always up early, my brother. Welcome again. A pleasant good morning to you. A devoted one too, I must say. Pingala Mohan, good morning. Rajendra Maharaj, good morning. Jarani, Ja Group, a pleasant good morning to you. Where's that? Fat Soul say, I want a new car. First and foremost, you want a better life and you're out here, so you could ask for that. He said, Barataria not alive. When I say Barataria, I was talking, not Barataria, I was talking about, sorry about that, remember I told him Mr. Belmont. Oh, nah, not that Barataria, sorry about that, Fat Soul. No, I haven't said anything about Miss Santa Cruz, Rudy. Ragupa. Good morning. Hey Yasmin, good morning to you. Brian Lochan, good morning. Today I don't tell you morning. Carol Brown, all of you, I tell you morning already. Eh? Glenda Isaac, good morning to you. Right, so before I start, let me just make sure my two hosts, well, let me make sure, well, I know Lennox has been out doing a little research and all them things sometimes. Not in studio, but sometimes he's be in his car, in the car park, doing his thing out there, listening to the program, and he know he will get the key and then he will organize and come in. But let me say a pleasant good morning to Director Snipes. Good morning to you, my brother.
Pleasant morning, Andy. Pleasant morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh boy, my partner like he's still in the car park.
My friend.
Oh, no, my partner in the car park.
He's here.
I know you always early in the car park up in work.
Eid Mubarak,
I don't know why you're not seeing him, however.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because I'm on here in studio.
All right, well, I will make a see
where you should be. Where you ought to have been.
Seeing you. So
where I ought to be visually exposed.
So here it is. Well, you do rethink your thing again, Snipes. So in that way, we will get the news and thing now. So I'll try to call that fella one time, ring him down one time. But that would not be on my side here. Because you're up and running. Let me see, right. Yes, I've never been able to hear you. Alright, because for instance, disable video, no, it's off. You seen it on the screen there? Let me put it across there. Mic side of the controls, right, you will be seeing there. Mute, no, it's not muted. Mute songboard, no, it's not. Disable video, no, it's not. View verification code, no, is up and running. Everything.
Okay, let's leave it. Let's leave it to the engineers and move on. They can hear us.
Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So here it is, Trinidad and Tobago. I hope both of them. Before we start the program, I want to give you an idea of what is. Let me just get that back there very quick. What is Eid? It is Eid al-Fitr. If I'm not pronouncing it too correct, please forgive me. Which is Eid celebrations. What's that? Let's go into that one time Trinidad and Tobago.
What is Eid al-Fitr? Eid al-Fitr, which means festival of breaking of the fast, marks the end of the month of Ramadan, which is a special time when Muslim people fast between sunrise and sunset. When the new moon is seen after the month of Ramadan, the next day, Eid begins. If the moon cannot be seen, Eid is celebrated the following day. Eid Mubarak is a greeting that is often used during this festival. It means, have a blessed Eid. Eid is usually a 3-day celebration in which families and friends share meals together, including foods like samosas, pakoras, kebabs, and dates. Dates are usually one of the first fruits or foods eaten after fasting during Ramadan. Eid usually begins with the family having a small breakfast together. This will be the first daytime meal that has been eaten in 1 month. Muslims will then go to a mosque or congregate outside and pray together. Muslims will visit their family and friends and enjoy a large feast, and children will each get gifts of money, clothes or toys. There may also be parades or other celebrations outdoors. Some Muslim families celebrate Eid al-Fitr by wearing new clothes. Homes are usually decorated with colourful decorations and lanterns. Some women and girls decorate their hands with mehndi patterns. Mehndi is made from crushed henna leaves mixed with oil and other liquids such as lemon juice, water or tea. Eid al-Fitr is a time for Muslim people to thank Allah for the strength that He has given them to have self-control during Ramadan. It's a time to celebrate with family and friends. All that's left to say is Eid Mubarak from everyone here at Twinkle.
Oh boy, so Eid Mubarak to each and every one of you, the Muslim community. So what we're going to do is organize and take a very early break. And when we come back, just to make sure I introduce my director already said morning already. And just here my co-host this morning. So we take that very needed quick break and come back right here on the Ground Report. Remember, my ground reporters, it have nothing such as a holiday so long as it falling between Monday to Friday. Okay? Nice. Go ahead, director. And Eid Mubarak.
Your news anytime, anywhere. TTT News brings you the facts that matter most. On air and online. More ways to stay informed. TTT News covers the stories that matter. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News. Committed, accurate, relevant.
The Trinidad and Tobago online arrival and departure card platform will go live on March 17, 2026. This secure platform can be accessed at travel.gov.tt. It is free, convenient, and required information can be completed within a few minutes. Passengers must create an account using a valid email address to access the portal, which will be available 72 hours prior to travel. The online arrival and departure card is a mandatory declaration for all international passengers and replaces the former process of filling a paper form. To complete the online arrival and departure card, each traveler must have flight information, a valid passport, and must upload a picture of the passport biodata page. Receipts for immigration and customs containing a QR code will be generated upon submission. Download and save the receipts, which will also be sent via email. Edits can be made to the declaration prior to the day of travel. However, if any changes are required on the day of travel, passengers must complete a new online arrival and departure card. The QR code may be required before boarding and must be presented to officials upon arrival and departure. A transformative travel experience awaits. This was a production of the Information Division, Office of the Prime Minister.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1. Bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry-Leen Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
It's all good right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice.
As the holy month of Ramadan comes to a close, stay tuned to TTT Television for stories of Islam around the world, local reflections, our segments 10 Things About Ramadan with TTT News journalist Cherry-Leen Lewis, and a special Eid al-Fitr day of programming only on TTT.
Join Roland Stewart on Beyond the Limits, airing on Talk City 91.1 FM from 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday. The show focuses on awareness, inclusion, and empowerment for persons with disabilities, including amputations, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, and intellectual disabilities. Tune in and be part of the conversation that's changing mindsets and breaking barriers.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked!
When we start something new, we say his name to bless it through. With the morning sun to the moon at night, we'll say his name to see the light. Bismillah, Bismillah, in the name of Allah. This is what our prophet said. Muhammad Rasulullah. Bismillah, Bismillah, in the name of
Oh boy, Bismillah. They said that's the name of the prophet.
Muhammad
Muhammad, huh? Oh boy, oh boy. Well, I must say a pleasant good morning to Lennox Smith. A pleasant good, Mr. Snipes already said this morning, eh? Mr. Snipes, let me just make sure. A pleasant good morning to you, Director Snipes. And Eid Mubarak, they say. Eid Mubarak, eh?
Eid Mubarak to you as well, Andy.
Yes. Oh boy, like you have a you come from a Muslim family or something. I find you said that off your tongue.
Half and half.
Half and half. All
Yeah,
right.
half Hindu, half Muslim.
Half Hindu. What? So you have that two half boy, the half Hindu, half Muslim. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. Let me watch Lennox. See what party come from. Yes, Eid Mubarak to you, my brother Lennox Smith. Where's your
I
half?
reciprocate, my friend. Eid Mubarak to you as well. I know that, what Snipe has disclosed there, it doesn't necessarily mean that all Douglas, because I know you are a Douglas, have that religious, should I say, experience or background or legacy. So when he said that he is part Hindu and part Muslim, that came to my mind because I know you, and therefore I have to conclude now that all Douglas are not necessarily a mix of Hindus and Muslims. Yes, it could be a mix of other things, including Baptists.
Yes.
But this is about, of course, Islam. It is about Eid today, and I want to extend, of course, on behalf of the ground reporter and myself, Eid Mubarak to all practicing and non-practicing and practitioners, if you want to call it, or some of the academics as far as Islam is concerned. Eid Mubarak to you once again. I was doing, yes, you're quite right. I was doing my preliminary research because, I mean, we have to pay respect to the day. I know for sure we would be constrained to have, of course,
heavy talk. You will have some talk. Not heavy.
Anything dealing with any capiche today.
Yeah, no capiche.
Right?
Yeah,
I don't
no
agree
capiche today.
no capiche today, obviously, because we have to pay homage and respect, of course, to the day that has been designated. But I want to say, however, two things I realized that there are 5 pillars of Islam. And of course, they are as follows, and I'll give briefly, just for those who may not be aware, as I was not aware, but now is aware, and therefore I can speak to it or speak to them. Of course, you have a Shahada, a declaration of faith, and then you have, of course, Salah, S-A-L-A-H.
Look, somebody said that no, Lennox, Eid is tomorrow, so unless
just now. Yeah, we have that controversy that came up, I think, yesterday, where they're saying that the crescent moon was not sighted, and therefore they will have to. Why today has been declared by the state, because there's a process and therefore you can't take it back. But you're quite right. It's only when the sighting is confirmed, which I understand it may well be tomorrow. All right, so I want to make that clear. I was going to mention that because Snipe and I had that discussion as soon as I came in this morning. But I'm glad that caller
come up. Very good. But what I would like to find out.
Go ahead.
Right,
yeah.
but what I would like to find out is that it don't get inaugurated unless the moon, that moon, that nice looking.
Yeah, and some very interesting observation I've made in terms of looking at why it is that the moon is so significant.
Right,
and,
well, let me ask something.
And it is said that it is the fulfillment of a part of the tenets of the faith, and when that occurs, at least one person in the community, because it varies from place to place, region to region, but one member of the community, if they would have cited it, then the entire community will be declared having seen it. And I think that to me was very, very significant, and the role of the moon in the Islamic faith.
Yeah, but what I would like to find out is that who advise the government who tell them the moon will be today and make them call today as the holiday and official holiday and not the Saturday, which the moon really will be coming tomorrow or something. So.
Well, I assume, I don't have the specificity, but I assume that it would be the leaders of the various leadership of the faith that would have, of course, agreed that a particular day would be the sighting, and therefore, and I understand let's say the complication or the technicality in that. There is a process for that, because the entire thing has to be gazetted and all of that. So and you can't tell the president yesterday for today or today for tomorrow kind of thing. So I suppose there was a process. There was an agreement clearly that caused the day to be announced today as the holiday. Based on the citing and the recommendations of the leaders. Yeah.
So it means that
of the faith.
Right. So that means that normally they do a very good job, whereby I never heard about this happening in Trinidad and Tobago where they misplace the moon. It always really happens on the day of the holiday. So would I be able to say that that it will have people that will say that it really was supposed to show today, but some people might say, well, due to what's going on in the Middle East, that Allah changed the sighting from the Friday to the Saturday, or could I say anything like? Because I know it have people in Trinidad they go will say that.
You cannot dismiss that. Let me say that because the people will coin or
some necromancy thing now,
or create some argument or some reasoning as to why. So I don't want to go there. I don't want to speculate as to thing, but I would have expected that some people would have put that into the mix as well. Yeah, that's something
to say, well,
that Allah has made an intervention to show man that of course he's all powerful, and merciful, and therefore of course and this is the more appropriate date or day for this sighting. But that as I said, I am speculating.
One minute there, hold 1 minute.
The number one for me. The number one for me. The number one for me. Oh, number one for me. Let's go to Jannah. Come on, it's gonna be great.
I ain't gonna lie, I like Islamic songs for kids. I'd rather listen to the Islamic songs for kids. It really, really, really soothing. Listen to that little piece. Listen. Mr. Pleasant, good morning to all the kids that are not going to school today because of the holiday. And they're up, they had to be up. And the mom and dad have the radio on in their home or on the television. Yeah. Let's take in a little 111. I'll like 30 seconds, let me hear.
If it's sunny, I wonder if there's snow. Let's go to Jannah. Come on, it's gonna be great. Let's do good together to help us on our way. We will all feel great there because...
Nice, and Oxman, you could go ahead, but I would like to know from the Muslim community when they say let's go to Jannah, what is Jannah? That look like we're to Jerusalem, where heaven?
Mecca.
Mecca.
or Mecca, I don't
So
know.
if
But
you
there is a pillar of the 5 pillars referencing that. So let me just continue here.
Yes.
So Shahada, declaration of the faith or your faith. Salah, daily prayer. I didn't know that before. So in terms of the specificity, I know that they have daily prayer, but the actual name of it, Salah, S-A-L-A-H. And then you have, of course, this has been controversial in Trinidad, Zakat, giving to charity. We had some situation.
I know that word. That Zakat thing was big in Trinidad and Tobago, boy. People get locked up and all for safer.
Because they were demanding, and they was talking about extorting. But today is not the day for that. So let's move on. Swam, S-A-W-M, Swam, fasting during Ramadan. So that was accomplished, and today, of course, marks the end of it. And then you have, of course,
well, not today,
Hajj.
tomorrow. Well, the moon now.
Well, tomorrow in the context of Trinidad.
Yeah, in context of Trinidad.
Yeah. And Tobago. But Hajj, of course, a pilgrimage to Mecca. So in this particular pillar, if you can afford it, then one expects that a Muslim will make the journey to Saudi Arabia, I believe it is in Hajj, where they would complete the cycle or their commitment to the faith.
Hey,
right?
look, somebody said there's
those are the 5 pillars.
Yeah, look, somebody say Jannah is heaven. Heaven is Jannah.
Oh, Jannah is heaven. Okay.
Wow, boy,
let's go to heaven.
Yeah,
so we can interpret it to be let's go to heaven.
Yeah, let's go to heaven. What, boy?
Yeah.
What?
So let's play it again so the young people could understand now that we have a English interpretation of the word that is central to this particular song.
All right. I hope I catch it on the spot here.
Oh, if I could turn back time, rewind, if I could make it undone, I swear that I would make it up to you. Mama, grown up now, it's a brand new day. I'd like to put a smile on your face every day. Good together to help us on our way. I heard that there's a river there, so beautiful and clean. Taste of milk and honey, unlike the world has ever seen. I wonder what we'll find there. Do you think anyone will know? I wonder if it's sunny. I wonder if there's snow.
Wow!
Let's go to Jannah. Come on, it's gonna be great. Let's do good together to help us on our way. We will all feel great there because there is no pain. We will live forever and never be sad again. We will love each other. There'll be no one there to blame. No matter what our color, no matter what our name.
Let's go to Jannah.
Let's go to Jannah.
Have fun.
Come on, it's gonna be great. Let's do good together to help us on our way. This we have been promised if we do our bit right here. Be the best that we can be. Allah will hold us dear. Let's go to Jannah. Come on, it's gonna be great. Let's do good together to help us on our way.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Come on, it's gonna be.
Oh boy, oh boy. So they say Eid Mubarak to each and every one of you. We go for that quick break and come back. When we come back, the lines are open. We're going to check some of those headliners. Well, you heard the 4 pillars. It's the 4 pillars or the 6 pillars, Lennox Smith?
For five pillars, actually.
Five pillars. So you heard
Of
the 5
Islam, yeah.
pillars of Islam. Ah, they hear nice, nice music here too, man.
Yeah, we are paying respect and homage to the Muslim community. I don't want to say Eid because I have already been corrected
tomorrow,
that
please, God.
in Trinidad the moon, the crescent moon will be sighted tomorrow.
Right. And it's no
But let's go for the
disrespect,
break.
but it's no disrespect to anyone too. I believe that the moon wasn't sighted today in Trinidad and Tobago. That's just my belief, you know. I talk on behalf of just Andy Williams. Because of the evil spirits that passed across Trinidad and Tobago in the last 10 years that was meted down to the people of Trinidad and Tobago through its government, former government. You know, so we're trying to clean up the land, and you know, the sighting of that moon will be tomorrow, please God. And some of that weight, oh my gosh, some of that weight
We say yay.
will come off the back of the people of Trinidad and Tobago in the Ramadan.
It has positive weight to it, so you're referring to negative weight.
Yeah, negative weight.
Negative weight. Okay.
Yeah. And we will usher in tomorrow, please God, in scene of that moon,
And connect with Allah.
a weightless society, a obedient society, a spiritual society. Yeah.
It's all around.
In each and every one of us moving forward in a positive way, because we all want to live better. Eid Mubarak to each and every one of you. Hey, Snipes, take us for that break. When we come back, more right here on the Ground Report. We'll be back.
Your news, anytime, anywhere. TTT News brings you the facts that matter most, on air and online. More ways to stay informed. TTT News covers the stories that matter. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
The Trinidad and Tobago online arrival and departure card platform will go live on March 17, 2026. This secure platform can be accessed at travel.gov.tt. It is free, convenient, and required information can be completed within a few minutes. passengers must create an account using a valid email address to access the portal, which will be available 72 hours prior to travel. The online arrival and departure card is a mandatory declaration for all international passengers and replaces the former process of filling a paper form. To complete the online arrival and departure card, each traveler must have flight information, a valid passport, and must upload a picture of the passport biodata page. Receipts for immigration and customs containing a QR code will be generated upon submission. Download and save the receipts, which will also be sent via email. Edits can be made to the declaration prior to the day of travel. However, if any changes are required on the day of travel, passengers must complete a new online arrival and departure card. The QR code may be required before boarding and must be presented to officials upon arrival and departure. A transformative travel experience awaits. This was a production of the Information Division, Office of the Prime Minister.
Talk City 91.1. Thought-provoking conversations, bold perspectives, voices you trust. Talk City 91.1. Bigger, bolder, and more powerful than ever before.
Yes, Talk City 91.1 FM.
A brand new era of talk radio is here. With voices you know, trust, and respect. Get ready for an all-new lineup of the very best in talk. Andy Williams, Lennox Smith, Stephen Reese, Mr. X, Derek Charbodi, Roland Stewart, Sharon Farfan, Sudath Prasad, Heavy Duty, Alex Asing, Karen Francisco, Cherry Lean Lewis, Short Pants, and more of the voices shaping the national conversation. From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues, culture, politics, social development, and the stories that matter most to you. This is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
And so I got right here on Talk City 91.1, where we're going to give you something new, something hot every day, Monday to Friday.
Listen on 91.1 FM and connect on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Talk City 91.1. Your city, your voice. Join Roland Stewart on Beyond the Limits, airing on Talk City 91.1 FM from 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday. The show focuses on awareness, inclusion, and empowerment for persons with disabilities, including amputations, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, and intellectual disabilities. Tune in and be part of the conversation that's changing mindsets and breaking barriers.
This is Destra. Right now you're listening to Talk City 91.1. Keep it locked. Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Everybody, it's our favorite day of the week. Waking up for a Fajr, gotta make wudu, gotta pray my sunnah, gotta make ghusl, gotta clip my nails. Looking outside, the sun is rising up in the sky, everybody's rushing. Gotta get down to the masjid, gotta say salam to the imam. Sitting in the first saf, chilling in the back saf. Gotta make my mind up, do what the prophet did.
Oh boy, Trinidad and Tobago, we are back. Time check, it's 8 minutes to the hour, yes, 8 minutes to the hour to 8 o'clock. And the headliners in today's newspapers, yeah, well, you know, I just like one and like to go for the 1% papers. I will call it the P&M papers.
Pray.
You know,
Gotta read Surah.
This says Balize Bacchanal. P&M stalwarts accuses the new executive of playing not respect to Rowley.
Don't they know that it's all wrong?
Other party elders after invitation fiasco. Lennox Smith, this invitation fiasco have just grown more. And a theater to build 250 homes for $280 million. Right, so the first one, Lennox Smith, what's up with that? PNM Bacchanal?
Well, of course, this is part of the internecine or the internal squabblings within the PNM. Of course, totally rubbishing the idea that it is a cohesive party and that the dirty linens are usually washed within the walls or the confines of the party. So this has demonstrated that it is not so, and therefore a certain kind of unraveling and maybe, should I say, split within the party, because the entire incident surrounds Dr. Rowley's recent revelation that he was not invited. Of course, the party, the current party, I should say, issued a statement inclusive of a copy of the invitation indicating that Mr. Rowley was not speaking the truth. I mean, that is what it boils down to. Well, stalwarts such as the former secretaries, etc., are saying that the way that the current administration of the party went about it in terms of responding to Dr. Rowley ought not to have been so public.
Okay.
They could have, of course, some recommendation that says that they could have, of course, called him or write him a letter of apology or explain the circumstance, because the current General Secretary, which is Cummins, had said that the letter was dispatched, the invitation was dispatched, but he really don't know eventually whether or not Dr. Rowley actually got it. And is an opportunity to, of course, revise the mechanism of treating with former leaders and prime ministers in the party.
In the past, all right. But was it Cummins? But was it Cummins, one of the people that don't like how they talk to Dr. Rowley, or he is just one responding to other members?
Yeah, he is one responding to the general concern of stalwarts. Specifically, we have Ramsey Regis and that young Indian lady who Sagwat, some name like that, but she normally would, I consider her to be our
that's the one who was
very loud.
That was the one who was on the platform.
On the platform.
Getting on bad. We also
must, that's right.
We also must play homage.
Of course, Ford as well made a comment, but
Ford?
He was much more docile. The former general secretary of the party, remember, he's a stalwart.
Yes. Yeah, well, I also see the government. But let me take this call by the time. At least we get one call before.
Yeah, let's get you involved as well, and we have no difficulty if you take us along the line of the holiday, even though, of course, officially it will be celebrated tomorrow.
But it's your front burner, either or. What's supposed to make news on this holiday? That not making news. A pleasant good morning to you. Caller, good morning. Oh, shucks. Hold on there, caller. Oh, boy. Yeah, Lennox, think by the time.
Yes, so that development. I think you touched on another story that I may want to make some kind of intervention. What's the other one?
The other one is the let me just get it here. Boom. All right. Got it, but caller, go ahead by the time. A pleasant good morning to you. Let me get it for you by the time.
Yes, that whole PNM riff there, that is near get fiddly fault. You see, a horn is a difficult thing to stomach.
How I understand. That's
well,
fiddly.
The talk on the ground is that four-star horn Rowley with Gatsby Dolly. And she was in between everything. That is a red coach business.
I hear you. And I mean,
any views or opinions expressed on the Ground Report are solely those of the hosts and callers and do not represent the views, policies, or official position of Talk City 91.1, its management, or affiliates.
Yes, I do. But I want to say that we have been hearing truly grapevine about a couch down a corridor. And of course, persons like Alan Roberts and so on would have on his blogs and and his social media platform
No, but
make reference. So, but of course, the caller, in the absence of any evidence, I suppose we have, out of an abundance of caution, to issue a disclaimer with respect to that.
No,
yes.
but I know the ground report is totally aware. Just like how you at the end of the day, it's a boy and you's my friend, right? Lennox is my boyfriend. But the public is aware that Dr. Rowley and Miss Darby Dolly, who was, I think, the education minister, I know that was his girlfriend. Back then, that was good. That was a girl and was his friend.
Yeah,
you know?
that was public knowledge, and I'm saying was guardedly because I don't know if it still is.
Oh, so there will be not. So friendships is mashup. So that friendship.
Yeah, that's right. So it may or may not be. So
that's
out of an abundance of caution, I don't want to
I understand.
draw any conclusion. Yeah.
Oh, so that's now Foster's girlfriend. Remember, she's a girl, and that's his good friend now.
Well, that would have triggered the controversy, and as the last caller seemed to insinuate that might have created a rift. And one party now being the General Secretary and the former Prime Minister and leader is complaining that he is the victim of victimization orchestrated by elements from within the party. What is clear, however, is that there is a rift. There is, and Penelope Beckers is at the center of it as the current leader, and observers, including political observers, are calling for clarity by her. But let's go for the news. When we come back, more.
All right, go. Okay. All right, well, you go ahead.
This is TTT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Terry Ann Brown Campbell, and this is TTT News. Chief Fire Officer Andy Hutchinson confirmed that the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service responded to a fire at Mitsuda Limited in Londonville on Thursday afternoon. Eyewitnesses reported hearing a loud explosion before a massive burst of flames and thick smoke erupted from the supermarket. CFO Hutchinson said the blaze was contained, but efforts were slowed by an inadequate water supply. Officials from Mitsuda indicated that the swift action of the branch's employees ensured that staff, customers, and even the dogs on the compound reached the muster point safely. A new multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art IVF fertility center has opened in Aranjuez. The facility expands fertility treatment options in Trinidad and Tobago amid growing concerns about rising infertility rates. Birth rates in the country has plunged in the last 20 to 30 years from 33,000 annually to fewer than 13,000 at present. 6 new magistrates were sworn in by Chief Justice Ronnie Budusing. As he swore in the new judicial officers, the Chief Justice highlighted the vital role magistrates play as the human face of the judiciary. He reminded them their decisions shape public confidence in the justice system and encouraged them to uphold the highest standards of professionalism and integrity. The 6 magistrates are Orleen Lawson, Rishon Eccles, Krishna Jaglal, Adafia Transco Ribeiro, Dania Myers, and Shamer Gibson Wadi. In sport, Antimacal Limited has signed on as platinum sponsor of Samoa Jablute Sports Club for the upcoming Trinidad and Tobago Premier Football League season, committing not just funding, but real opportunity for the players under Jablute's wing. The sponsorship was formally launched earlier this month when the club's players visited Ansa McCall's head office to present team jerseys and officially sealed the partnership. Through the deal, Ansa McCall will directly support over 130 young athletes, many of whom play at absolutely no cost. But the benefits go beyond the pitch. The players will now have access to professional training programs and internships across the Ansa McCall group. In the weather, generally sunny and dry, with a low chance of the odd isolated shower. Tonight will be generally fair, apart from the odd shower. Seas are moderate, with waves up to 2.5 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas. I am Terry Ann Brown Campbell. Have a good day.
That was TTT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
From hard-hitting current affairs to real community issues and the stories that matter most to you, this is where Trinidad and Tobago comes to talk.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked. Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We are back, we are back, we are back. Time check. It's 5 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. And you're listening to the Ground Report. You're truly the pitbull of radio. Director styles. The big word man, Lennox Smith, in studio. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
Let us not forget that there's no capiche today, so don't look forward to that at 7:15.
Yeah. But the only thing I'll say is,
in spite of the developments with respect to the holiday.
Yeah, but the only thing I'll say in that is that wow, 2 days straight, the capiche and them wow.
It worked. It
yeah,
worked.
Boy, what? Yeah, boy.
All right.
And you did keep your promise. Yeah, you know what was your promise that you would have. Wow.
Yeah,
but
I thought I was moved, in fact, to engage because I'm not a person that would wager things on things like that. I don't leave things to chance. But since the pitbull has taken over, it means it looking as though there is some relationship between NLCB and pitbull. So let me take his capiche. Yeah. You know, they have a saying that all those large prizes, the multi-million and so usually goes to, that is the saying. I'm not saying it is in fact so, but that is the saying that it goes to persons who have inside information. So it appears you have inside information. So let me trust that, and I will begin to play too. I suppose other people are watching it as well and would want to engage.
They're getting it live. They don't put a whole set of thing all over the place at all. Here, there, everywhere, all kind of 20, 30, just to get a little. No. But you also watch the UE government.
No, you had the second item was the land, the 20,000 homes that the government would be pursuing. And what has happened? Why?
The land issue what I bring up
housing
was TH to build 250 homes for $280 million. So like the government, TH, the Tobago House of Assembly. So I don't know, but you are aware of Trinidad too? AGC in Trinidad building certain some project.
Yeah, but there was a bit of controversy around it because there is this private-public partnership arrangement where skeptics are saying that the monies will be given or the opportunity will be given to party hacks and so on. And the minister responsible for these matters, Saddam Hussein, clarified it, so I thought I should do it one time. And that is why there is an arrangement between AGC and the AGC. Of course, the land will be vested, the state land will be vested in the AGC. The private contractors will now take their own money and construct the the homes. And of course, he has argued, which I think is a very valid one. I can't see how the lands could be vested in the private entities or private partners of that arrangement when it's time to sell. The buildings, the property will now go straight to the purchasers. So there is no way that anybody else could benefit from the land. You know, we had this problem where land were being given out to certain elements, and we identified
where
some
today
of
it have
them as
lands
part of the
where
1%
people
and so
own.
on, yeah.
Where today it have lands where people own, and they're trying to rectify that. Lots of lands all over in that massive development that the former Prime Minister Patrick Manning had started under AGC, and it have houses. AGC have built houses on those lands, and the lands was owned by the people, and it had controversies in that there, where the house was AGC owned and the land was on people's name.
Yeah, I know there's something that we are very familiar with, and has yet to be resolved. I suppose the Attorney General's office may have to come in there and legal, professionals will have to look at that, because that has continued to remain a sour taste in many of the beneficiaries, potential beneficiaries, or those who are actually in this situation. Is a bitter taste, because you can't be that long in limbo. The land is a controversy because it's private land, but it is AGC house, and therefore there is this to-ing and fro-ing, and the person who has benefited from it, who has purchased it, who maybe have a mortgage, etc., find themselves in limbo, and it cannot, and it's not resolved. That is untenable.
Nice.
But
Well,
go ahead.
also seeing here that the UWI government at odds over the DB campus. That odds start back again.
Yeah. There is What has happened here is
better
that
come let them take back the land and done that.
Well, I
because
understand
that is what you
that
reason
is
for
the
giving them the
case.
land.
Yeah, that is the case, but it appears that there is a miscommunication, and I'm being nice here, because the UE administration told remember that is for law students, so a circular was circulated to all law students saying that the campus will be ready in August of this year. However, the government said through the Minister of Education, listen, we did not, that is misinformation. We did not say it will be ready. We said, however, that the cabinet will ultimately make a decision complete, because that is the brainchild of the Prime Minister. So one expects that, yes, ultimately UE will be involved, but wait until we go past, or we get past the cabinet rationalization and the decision, and then you move from there. So it appears that there's a miscommunication. So the UE administration send these students letters through a correspondence indicating that it will be ready in August, and therefore prepare all yourself. The government is saying, however, that it is not so. We have not yet decided how we will go forward, because there's still some construction work to be done. In fact, it was described as a construction site. So there is no what I consider be closure or no conclusiveness as far as that is concerned, and on the government side. Yeah.
Oh, so only time they don't wanted it now. They want it, but they want it real fast now.
Yeah, they want it real fast without the relevant acknowledgement of the position of the government.
Oh boy. Right, so trying to make all the lines open. Let me just see who have what voice notes and whatever come in so far. Oh boy. But you could raise your. All right, let me just play this voice note here quick.
Go ahead. Yeah, because we have quite a lot on
Morning again. Andy, there's a good reason why cameras should be start sending up every 1 hour. Andy, good morning. Andy, I just heard in the news Ansa McCall is coming on board with the football team. I think that's a great thing. And give the kids the opportunity, the youths, And it's about time Anton McCall and all those businessmen start putting their money and start helping out the youths. Open sports facilities, let them train, give them jobs, get them out of the street. Anton McCall is doing a great thing, although he's a PNM supporter. Anton McCall support PNM. That's I believe those are the Syrian or whatever, but that's a great initiative. Sponsor a whole club, give them the initiative. I need to contact some of my people. I know a friend of mine who is a rich guy, really rich guy. A few of them. We need to start getting on board and helping out. And show that the UNC could stop the crime and put the PNM away for life so they cannot get back into politics. We need this help with the businessmen for a great initiative. And some will do a good job. All right, Andy, later.
Pleasant good morning, Mikey, Lennox, and Andy. Well, happy Eid Mubarak for all the Muslim community. And this is for Lennox. Lennox, congratulations. At least you're getting something done with the housing project. I saw it on the Facebook. With the Minister Alexander. So in housing. So that is a good stepping stone, at least they're cleaning up and they're getting things done in the community and environs. So hats off to them and congratulations in getting things done where it is necessary. All right. Blessings, everyone. Congratulations again, Lennox, for stepping up and getting these things done. Blessings.
Good morning, Andy. Good morning. Happy a blessing to everybody in the Muslim faith and family. Everybody in the chat. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Hey, Andy, I sent a video for you, and this is my contribution. I hope it helped some parents and some people and family. This is a very, very educational video, and I like it. And it teach me also a lot. Anyway, Andy, if you can play it, fine. Okay, all right.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, that's what we have so far with voice notes, Lennox Smith.
All right. Yeah. Well, I want to tell you as well, Andy, I visited my favorite spot yesterday thinking that that was the end of the week, in the context that we would I would end the week with. Now it appears that I have a double whammy. I don't go today again too. The thing about it is I run out of money. So I don't know what's going to happen, but let's see. It's Friday. But there's some very interesting additional information on the whole question of Eid. My information is that there are two major festivals in the Islamic calendar that is related to the term Eid, E-I-D. The first one, of course, is what we are celebrating tomorrow, Eid al-Fitr, and there's another one which is called Eid al-Adha. Eid al-Adha, which is the festival of sacrifice. This will occur around May, so that there is another Eid that the Muslims celebrate. I was not aware. So we know about this one, but let me tell you about the one of sacrifice. This occurs about 2 months after the first Eid, which of course is what will be celebrated tomorrow. This festival commemorates the devotion of the Prophet Abraham. And of course, it's said in 2026, this is expected to begin around May 27. And what is sacrifice? Well, it is about, of course, families who can afford it, sacrifice livestock animal, like a goat, sheep, or cow. Yeah. And sharing the meat. Secondly, they share the meat. The meat is traditionally divided into 3 equal parts. One for the family, one for relatives and friends, and one for those in need. Yes, and then of course you also have Hajj as well, connection. This Eid, the second Eid, also marks the conclusion of the annual Hajj pilgrimage to Mecca. And finally, on this second Eid that is celebrated by Muslims, community feast. While similar to Eid al-Fitr, the first one, in terms of prayer and the new clothes, the focus here is more on communal meals featuring the meat from the sacrifice. So a piece of tidbit that those of us who are ignorant, who lack, and here I mean lack of knowledge, not the Trinidad and Tobago interpretation of ignorance. You know, some people say that you're hasty, you just get vexed quick. Yeah, that is not the case. You're not like Dr. Rowley, who is easily stirred. Ignorance in its literal sense means lack of knowledge.
Wow.
Right? So we get some information here,
nice,
in addition to what we know already.
Nice. So I just, we'll touch in the news there too. I see a man who was acquitted after judge finds inconsistency in police testimonies. Let me hear that there. Let's hear that. Oh boy.
And acquitted after judge finds inconsistencies in police testimony. And acquitted. Our old factory worker. Semi-automatic pistol modified to be fully automatic. Akil Morris was found not guilty of possession of a firearm and ammunition at the end of his judge-alone trial before Justice Nalini Singh. The charges against Morris stemmed from his arrest on February 13, 2024. Police officers were on mobile patrol along Bargaloo Street in Enterprise, Chagwanas, when they approached a group of 10 men who were liming at the side of the road. They alleged that one of the men, who they claimed was Morris, ran away into an abandoned house. They followed the man inside and arrested him after they allegedly found a loaded pistol and a spare magazine tucked in the waist of his pants. Morris was not allowed to elect a summary trial before a magistrate as the gun was considered a prohibited weapon under the Firearms Amendment Act 2023, based on the purported modification. His trial began last Thursday and ended on Monday with Justice Singh reserving her judgment. During the trial, Morris's lawyer Adam Roberts contended that police officers found the gun in the abandoned house and not on Morris. He claimed that the 2 police officers, who testified in the case, colluded to fabricate the case against Morris. Roberts noted that their witness statements were almost identical and contained similar errors. He also raised inconsistencies in their testimony before Justice Singh. Roberts also noted that while the officers claimed that Morris admitted that he had the gun for personal protection, they never made a note in their personal diaries. He pointed out that a third officer, who was not on the scene to hear the alleged admission, made the note referencing the statement in a station diary. After considering the evidence, Justice Singh found issues with the officer's credibility. The case was prosecuted by Maria Lyons Edwards.
With that whole thing, I want to eventually too on the Gong Report, because this is the biggest program, we lead, others follow, call for the state to really actually look at seriously not having officers prosecuting cases and to put lawyers in place, because these law officers and them plenty of them really not bright, the duns, the real duns, and many cases when it coming to whether it be violence, whether it be gun running or cocaine running or what, falls flat because of not too well learned police prosecutors. Lux, what's your thoughts on that?
No, I agree with you, because let's take that case for example. 2 or 3 persons testifying. You as the prosecutor, you're replacing, of course, the lawyer. So use the lawyer, and you're competing, of course, with the defendant's lawyer,
which is a lawyer.
Yeah. You firstly, you should be familiar with the with the evidence. That's the first thing. And therefore, those observations that the defense lawyer would have itemized and observed, you ought to have picked up that. And therefore, because it's about strategy too. And therefore, it might have been safer to only put one witness rather than putting two to contradict each other or have or issue or adduce evidence that is palpably, a replica of the previous, people. You
see the smart madness in them
in the same circumstance would generally have a different view, even though the circumstance may be the same. But to say that verbatim or you have the exact evidence written on both sides. So, I'm saying that the prosecutor, so I'm making the case that you have identified, that the prosecutor ought to have known, and from that perspective, those rudimentary, those elementary things, and they're not taking note to remedy it, to present it in a court of law, where, of course, the judge or the magistrate has no choice but to be as objective as possible. And if it is that it doesn't meet the standard, then, of course, the case fall flat, as you rightly said. And therefore, that is what transpired there.
It's nice. Oh, boy, a Southwark Butch man threatens to sue the state over a prison beating. Let's hear that. Oh.
Tends to sue state over prison beating a 36-year-old factory worker. O sue the state over an unprovoked beating by prison officers while he was on remand for a robbery charge. Lawyers representing David Ramsey made the threat in a pre-action protocol letter sent to the Office of the Attorney General this week. According to the correspondence obtained by Guardian Media, in October 2020, Ramsey was charged for robbery with aggravation, denied bail and remanded to the maximum security prison in Arouca. His lawyers, Douglas Bailey and Frank Gittins, claimed that in April 2021, Ramsey was in his cell when he saw two prisoners having an altercation with a prison officer who was distributing lunch. They claimed that the officer left the cell block, and minutes later, a group of masked prison officers entered. They claimed the officers beat the two prisoners involved in the altercation before turning their attention to Ramsey. At no point did my client try to fight back and defend himself, Gittins said. He was kicked to the ground, and in his failed attempts to block his head and face, he sustained numerous blows to his head, behind his ears, hands and chest, he added. Gittins claimed that after the beating, which lasted a few minutes, Ramsey was taken to the prison infirmary and given painkillers. Ramsey still complained of suffering pain from his injuries and was eventually taken to Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex in Mount Hope for further treatment. He was returned to prison after being discharged and remained on remand for 7 months before he was granted bail. Gittins said that Ramsey planned to sue over the attack, which he described as unlawful. The actions of the prison officers constituted unlawful assault and battery and represent a grave breach of my client's constitutional rights, including his right to the protection of the law and his right not to be subjected to inhuman and degrading treatment, Gittins said. Gittins gave the AG's office 14 days in which to respond to the letter before the lawsuit is filed. South Oropouche.
Oh boy. So prisoners and all have rights, eh? Boy.
Of course. You are there not to be abused. And the function of
but you
the
go there
prison
because
is
of
to
an
make sure that
alleged
they are safe.
robbery. So you ain't find that they ain't hanging them. They ain't doing this. They ain't doing that. Oh God. He's alleged to be in there
because they are there. Because we have a system that says you are innocent until proven guilty. So you cannot be judge, jury, and everything else. Let the relevant part of the criminal justice system adjudicate, which of course is the judicial system, the judicial part of it. Your job is just to house the prisoners because they may not be either given bail or can't access bail. Go ahead.
You know they really say the law is they really say it's a donkey. They say the law is a donkey, right?
Yes,
and why I say that? All right. Because we had to get them the necessary thing. Okay, all right. And what's my agreement here? It's the law, everything. I'm just trying to be a devil's advocate in something. Let's say now we are wrong and actually see with our 2 eyes, 5, 6, 7 of we, or 10 of us, actually see somebody murdered somebody. We see it with our own 2 eyes. They murdered somebody. Why, if it is, we know organized because we see it for sure. It will be all on camera, everything where they murder this person. Why if we see it with our own 2 eyes, we cannot get them the death sentence one time? Because it I know evidence we see it, it's there, it's at the camera. Why it still have to go through the judiciary?
You have to go through the process simply because on the other side, you firstly have to give the other side a chance to give their version of it. There may be extenuating circumstances that would avoid the death penalty. For example, the person might claim that they were aggravated to such a degree that they lost their mental faculty. I could see a defense lawyer saying that. You see, but more importantly is that it is nestled in fundamental principle based on emanating from religion. We cannot play God, in other words, and therefore, as frail human beings, we are subjected to mistakes, and you don't want to have a situation where a fella is guilty and is innocent and you sentence him to hang.
Okay then. Okay.
So yeah.
Wow. Anyhow, before we go for now, let me just think our next article here. Any newspapers while we go through. Remember the lines are open for you at Trinidad and Tobago. What's on your front burner? You said tomorrow is the sighting of the moon. Tomorrow is the holiday. But this one...
it is officially confirmed, even though officially it has been sanctioned off by the authorities here.
So we get 2 holidays.
Just given today a free pass in effect.
Right. So
for
today's
the nation,
holiday and tomorrow is a holiday.
Yes, in effect. Yes.
Oh God, 2 holidays, boy. That is very good. All right, let me get all of this next one here.
D by President Ermanda Bigmead. Protest outside San Fernando City Hall, Harris Promenade, yesterday, demanding salary increases.
Nice. And before I go into the article, it says the union threatens actions as SFCC salary increase remains unpaid. Let's hear.
NA's SFCC salary increases remain unpaid. Calling on Prime Minister Kamla Persad Bissessar and Finance Minister Davendranath Tanku to intervene in the ongoing delay of back pay and salary increases owed to daily paid workers at the San Fernando City Corporation, SFCC. Despite a collective agreement signed in April 2025, workers are still awaiting implementation of revised salary rates, a 4% increase, and arrears covering 2 outstanding bargaining periods. On Wednesday, dozens of workers staged a demonstration at Harris Promenade outside San Fernando City Hall, demanding clarity from Chief Personnel Officer, CPO, Dr. Daryl Dindial on when payments will be made. The agreement, signed on April 24, 2025, covers salary adjustments for the 2014-2016 and 2017-2019 bargaining periods, including agreed back pay. Union officials say workers were initially told the new rates would be implemented in August 2025, with arrears paid by December, timelines that have yet to be met. Union General Secretary Ermanda Bigmead said workers remain frustrated over the delay. I cannot understand why the directive was not given to the relevant authority to make the necessary arrangements to ensure that the workers are paid. It was never about the salaries, she said, noting that minor errors in sections of the agreement required correction but did not affect the salary rates themselves. De Bigmead warned that if no clear payment timeline is provided by April 2nd, further action will follow, including a demonstration at the SFCC's Carib Street complex and escalation to the Ministry of Finance if necessary.
Yeah, I don't need to go into all, but I know everybody get that drift, right? They get that drift. Oh boy, a PM says strong signs of energy growth in Trinidad and Tobago, but we'll go into that in a little bit because we have to take that break there. When we come back, you will just give me your aspect of what it is you want to discuss.
Yes, with respect that wage shortage and concern. Let's go for the break, and when we come back more on this, was supposed to be Eid holiday, but
it wasn't supposed to be the holiday.
It is. It is. In fact, it is.
I jealous.
So we are in a state of quagmire. We are in a state of confusion because the holiday is actually tomorrow. But you go ahead, my friend.
By jealous and all the snipes and all you. You know why? It's supposed to be equality in Trinidad and Tobago. Why? We look. We work on the holiday, but them come and get our next holiday. And now all we get, because tomorrow will be Saturday, we do be on Monday to Friday. We get one holiday when them get two. Here it is. Lennox Smith, I will want you to organize and send a pre-protocol action letter to the government of Trinidad and Tobago under the Equal Opportunity Act, right, on the grounds of judicial review on what grounds I have to have there again, Lennox Smith? Because this is serious. How people can get two holidays, but we as citizens only get one. Who come out today?
I agree with you, but I think there's a reverse benefit to the government, because we don't get extra time on a holiday. That's all. Time in terms of wages, salary. We working for the same thing. So I suppose I would want to venture there as well if I had to send a pre-action protocol letter to the government to say, listen.
I agree with you. Either or, it's supposed to
It was a holiday declared by you, and therefore we should be getting triple time pay, as the case may be. That is recognized as far as industrial relations are concerned.
Yeah, we're going to push that very serious.
This kind of service.
Yeah. You can't want to have a rule, a principle, a constitution, and that is in law, right? That day triple time when you work on holiday, that's in law.
Yeah, that is understandable. I mean, the ILO will tell you that you can't ask persons to come out to sacrifice the leisure and family time on a holiday created by the state, and then of course you.
So we only get a holiday. So we only get one pay for today. No triple time.
Obviously, that is why
I would like you to file a constitutional, send a letter, Lennox Smith. I can't handle that. I want to send it to the chairman of TTT. I want to send it to the CEO of TTT. I would like you to send it to the finance minister of Trinidad and Tobago, because they are breaking the law.
I could well imagine all of them laughing at this stage. But let's go for the break, and when we come back more on this edition of the Ground Report.
Inspired by actual events.
My daughters used to think our family was bigger, all because my bill was late.
Meet Johnny. When his electricity bill didn't arrive on schedule, life for him involved a lot of searching.
Bill? Anybody see my bill? Hello? Bill?
Luckily, Johnny's older daughter helped him take charge of his life by signing him up for TNTech's free online e-bill service.
I'm not computer savvy, but this online thing, real easy. In less than 10 minutes, we finish. Now, I get my bill on time, every time. Hey, I might be old school, but I'm feeling light years ahead. And now, my daughters no longer think they have a missing brother named Bill. Thanks, TNTech.
Visit ttec.co.tt to sign up for e-billing today. TNTech, the power to make it work.
The Trinidad and Tobago online arrival and departure card platform will go live on March 17, 2026. This secure platform can be accessed at travel.gov.tt. It is free, convenient, and required information can be completed within a few minutes. Passengers must create an account using a valid email address to access the portal, which will be available 72 hours prior to travel. The online arrival and departure card is a mandatory declaration for all international passengers and replaces the former process of filling a paper form. To complete the online arrival and departure card, each traveler must have flight information, a valid passport, and must upload a picture of the passport biodata page. Receipts for immigration and customs containing a QR code will be generated upon submission. Download and save the receipts, which will also be sent via email. Edits can be made to the declaration prior to the day of travel. However, if any changes are required on the day of travel, passengers must complete a new online arrival and departure card. The QR code may be required before boarding and must be presented to officials upon arrival and departure. A transformative travel experience awaits. This was a production of the Information Division, Office of the Prime Minister.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked! Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Anyhow, we are back to Trinidad and Tobago, but Lennox Smith, I was still waiting to watch into that for me, and I want that representation. I need that letter. I serious about that. I serious about that. I need that letter, right? But let's continue.
Yes. On that, you have something there? Go ahead if you have. If not, that matter of the San Fernando workers.
No, go ahead with the matter of the San Fernando workers before I take this one.
I just wanted to make a slight comment there, because why she played that clip, I was listening to the time frame, the time period, and of course they said that it was signed on the 24th of April, 2025. Let me repeat. 24th of April. So that was Allied Trade Union. That's one of, that would have been their representative.
Hold on, caller.
Union, but it was on the 24th. But the election was on the 28th.
Well, 28th, so that was signed before.
So I'm saying, what I'm saying, whilst I agree that the people should be paid, there is a collective agreement, but I'm saying that, I'm also saying that was one of the unions that signed there in order to influence the outcome of the elections.
The real put them in hot water. My God. Go ahead, caller. Pleasant good morning to you.
Yeah. Morning, Andy.
Good morning.
Lennox, Andy.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah. I want to find out why Lennox spent Andy putting out all this energy. Yeah, Lennox, why are you putting out all this energy on these people that don't like you and don't win vote for you? No, I know it's a good thing you're trying to do, but it's too much energy you're putting out on that people and them don't like you and win vote for you. And the next thing with you, Andy and Lennox, when will you invite Amaru, Doughton Amaru, on all your program for your views now, as we in power here now, to get the real views from that fella called Amaru, your friend? I'll invite him on the program sometime, man. Have a good day.
Well, to the latter part of your concern, well, we have no difficulty. In fact, I spoke with him just a couple days ago on a particular issue, and of course he expressed a particular position. I don't think it's appropriate or ethical to mention it. With respect, of course, to my commitment to Laventille and the emptying of the treasury in that area, if I get the opportunity. We had a word, I think, yesterday that talks about perseverance, and of course, I know too that at one time the situation in Tobago wasn't as it is. The PNM dominated. And of course, I know too that San Juan, for example, that constituency was one time could not have been touched by the UNC. And there are several other similar experiences. What I know for a fact that human beings learn at different levels, and that in the fullness of time, if my argument is solid, which I firmly believe it is, because the PNM has abused Laventille and, of course, the adjacent areas having regard to the social issues and the infrastructural and physical debacle that is that area. And eventually, of course, I am certain, if I don't benefit from it, certainly somebody in the future. But the story has to be told, the facts have to be ventilated, and eventually I am certain, as everything else, that there will be that paradigm shift. And that is why I am energized. That is why I am energized.
All that talk in my head there, I fed up tell all about it on this rocket. Them people and them up there, the wicked boy, the wicked. That's what will help them form company, will help them basic, will help them that, and they just don't support by the wicked.
I suppose he is making reference to the recent vintage, the recent excursion, when I brought, of course, Philip Alexander, the minister of.
I hope you get back the support after that.
Let me tell you what it is: a sewer problem that they were having, from time immemorial almost, and a building that was burnt out, and the structural integrity is so questionable that any time it could fall, and children might be in the yard, and of course, and it could fall on another building, etc. And therefore, 10 years, and therefore I thought I am committed to that, and I will continue so to do, so long as I have the opportunity and the physical ability or capacity so to do.
All right, Moses. You will be around to see the people to the finish line. You will be the first Moses actually see them to the finish line.
Well, if Isaac will take over, no problem with that. But the fact is that the promised land was eventually visited. Let's go to the lines.
Go ahead,
good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Call on my side. Hold on. Call on my side. Hold on. Go ahead, call on Talk City.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember that building that was burnt was actually burnt pre-2010. So the 5 years that the partnership was in power, that building was burned there too.
Yeah.
So let me don't play some semantics with P&M and leave it, and it was left under the partnership as well too.
Yeah, I agree. But the big difference is, let me tell you, this.
Wait, let me hear him first. Let me hear him first now. Let the man talk, though. You done started your back like a rich backer.
No, well, he made his point. So
No, I hear him. No, he didn't finish. Go ahead.
You in here? All right, go ahead, Colin.
Yeah, because your back, you're here on your back set a raise. Like a rich back now. You're here on your back.
My point, because I see Philip Alexander sitting here himself doing things, but doing his job. That is his job. Now, if you want to do your job and take accolade for doing your job, fine. But let me not try and prolong the PNM. They always calling the PNM name. Do your job and do your job to do. And if you want to market you doing your job, do that.
So you're saying
but don't say the PNM leave it undone for 10 years. And you left it undone, and the partnership left it undone for 5 years before that too.
All right, so Caller, you're saying...
So take your blame as well too.
All right, so you're saying, Caller,
just... Have a good morning.
So Caller, before you go, you're saying just do all your job and shut up. Because that's all your job.
No, I don't mind it. I don't mind you promoting you doing your job. I don't have a problem with that.
All right.
What I have a problem with is you're trying to slander the PNM for not doing it. But you also didn't do it 5 years before that.
Oh, so you are saying my co-host credibility is questioned because he knew that thing burned down before the PNM. That's what you're saying there?
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
So, but my co-host, what do you have to say there?
No. It was both during the PNM, but he is saying that it was neglected during the previous iteration of the UNC. That is what he's saying.
Yeah, that's what the gentleman is saying.
So I'm saying two things. One, that you are factually correct, but when one looks at when
a round of applause there,
UNC
Snipes, for the correct. The man was correct. Lennox Smith admitted. Give the man a round of applause. Thanks for this. All right, go ahead, my co-host.
Here is where the variance or the variable that we must also look at is that it was burnt in the PNM time. It was neglected. It continued, of course, that same scenario continued into the previous UNC era. The big difference here is this.
The People's Partnership.
Yeah, the People's Partnership. No, I'm saying the UNC. But the big difference is that nobody, including, of course, the representatives in such a circumstance, brought highlight to that building. Let's not waste time. And maybe if during the UNC time, highlight was pursued, then there might be a different story today. We may not have a building to go and look at or a sewer system to go and look at all. However, in the present iteration, Lennox Smith, having, of course, set up a facility right on George Street, couldn't see that there and not make an intervention. So I still will credit Philip Alexander for, of course, castigating the PNM on two counts. One, it was in their era, and secondly, not in their era, but still made no overtures or representation to get that situation remedied. And now that there's a different, let's say, kind of leader, because I wasn't aware of it before, because remember, I am from the Laventil side. Essentially, that period would have been, I'm from the, so I would not have expected that situation would have still subsisted. I expected that would have been cured, because you had a representative consistently of the PNM inside of there. So they were delinquent. So he had all right. And you cannot, of course, decry him for making those references or assertions. That is the big difference.
Because they had 10 years, the PNM had 10 years after it burned down with them.
Of course.
It was ignored, but then they had 10 years now to fix it. They never fixed it. A new dispensation, and the Honorable Philip Alexander made it, with your intervention, made it a priority, and that is deserving of a round of applause too.
And
go ahead,
that's right.
That is
deserving of a round of applause.
Yeah.
Give me credit for where credit is due, man. Yes.
And to be fair,
right, to be
to
fair,
respond to you and to be fair, you are also correct. Because the UNC only had 5 years to fix it. The PNM had 10 years to fix it.
Thank you very much.
If you want to who had more time and who had more things to blame, we would blame the PNM as well too. So I agree with you too.
What? Before I go, caller, wait, before I make the next point. Your show is on the command C going on thing. I glad you corner my co-host. You put him down. You have him can't move. All that talk there and you just, oh my God, I don't know, Rowley, like he teach him something from like
you see the thing about being patriotic to Trinidad and Tobago and not to our party is to acknowledge two things can be right.
Okay.
You understand?
All right, make a next point,
as well as two things could be wrong.
As well as two things could be wrong. The other point I would like to mention, and you should be very familiar with this, Andy, is that the apartments in 500, the buildings. Remember when it was being built, it was neglected under it. Well, let me start with the PNM. It started under the PNM. It remained a white elephant there for decades. Right? The UNC came to power, and they actually threatened to demolish it. The PNM won after that, and they finished one of the buildings. One of the buildings is presently completed. I would quicker like to see Philip Alexander and the HEC give out those apartments to the 100 and something thousand people. Take some names off of the 100 and something thousand people on the waiting list for housing. Right. And more so, complete the second one.
So
rather than just have scaffolding built up around it, and you're paying, I'm sure they're paying a scaffolding company hundreds of thousands of dollars for renting scaffolding that they're not using. I would like to see them finish the building and give out the one in front to the people on the waiting list for apartments.
Right. And what I would like to tell you, I'm going to call the Mr. Philip Alexander in a bit, because what I can tell you about that is the new building that you see new, they're still finishing all fit in that building there. Right, they're still doing that, like the elevators and things not too long ago, all them various things. And the second building there are actually being worked on, but at a lesser scale due to financial.
Snail pace. There's not there. You just see two cars in the back there. When I pass there, I might see two vehicles in the back there. And you might see a man walking around kicking the stones around the building or something like that. It's ridiculous. The snail pace that work is being done on that building. There's no urgency to provide housing for people when they see the amount of workmen in that building, if any. Right. I don't have confidence that HGC is really serious about providing houses for this country for the 100 and something thousand people that are on the waiting list. I am not confident when I see the sale pace that they're working on.
But caller, I'm different to Lennox Smith, because he asked me a question and say I'm supposed to know wherever it go. But the difference is Lennox Smith is a political leader and he's a politician wherever it go. He's going to be a senator just now. I talk show host Andy Williams, and I will organize, and I'm not taking blame for them kind of talk you talking there. I'm going to call the minister.
No, I'm not blaming you, my brother. I'm not blaming you. I simply know you have a business nearby, so you'll be familiar with what I'm talking about.
Right. So what I'm going to do is I will organize and I will get in contact with Philip Alexander, because I don't think exactly what you're saying is exactly entirely truth. Right? Because they are working on that building. And at that pace, when it's just a one contractor doing it, I find that is a very fast pace, knowing that they don't have the money. They don't have the money to really actually complete it.
And the master, and the Williams, you really could talk about no. I hate to hear Trinidadians talk about no money. When it was just advertised, we was paying $3 million a day for a radar in this country, and you could still talk about no money in this country.
Well, let's correct that. Paid by the Americans.
Let me explain something to you.
All right, no. All right, let me show you something. Let me show you, yes, why I can say that. Let me tell you why I can say that, caller. Caller, 1 minute.
Doubt that money was paid by the U.S. government. I don't see how the U.S. government paying us to put a radar in our country, and we take it down. And we allow them to think. That's making no sense to me.
That's a very good point to make. Yeah, but let me clear something on with your caller.
If it was intended the way that you surmise, there may be more in the motor than the pencil. But go ahead, Andy.
This fella, this caller here. Yeah, wait, we got to take a break, you know. And let me get the minister himself now. Now you're laughing. Me running, I don't run from fighting. No. Yeah, I don't run.
It's like you're running, but all right, go ahead.
Me running at all, but we got to pay a break. Snipes, but we ain't let we know that and take control. Yeah, the man feeling I want to run from the man or all kind of thing. Snipe out the scenes.
The debate was sweet.
boy. All right, people, we have to go for the break, and when we come back,
but we have a caller here. We have a caller here too. He said, "Don't forget we have him."
And then let's say the call first.
Go ahead, caller.
We don't want them to expend too much money.
Say, don't forget to have a caller here. Go ahead, caller.
Okay. Good morning again to the crew.
Yes.
Andy, I want to know if you know how long it takes strawberries to grow, ripe, develop, and come to the market. Because during the PNM term, in fact, about 5 years ago, a big corporate company set a land in Tobago. They set up plant strawberries, so we will not import strawberries. It's a big corporation. I think well, I want to call no name yet, but I hear a man praising them about they sponsoring some sports thing. But that is a political thing because of the allegations the Prime Minister make about financing the PNM and how the PNM getting finance. But they get a big set of land in Tobago to plant strawberry. They say that will solve the strawberry problem. We will not import, they will cut the food bill. But up to now, I can't see a local strawberry on the market. The second thing, them apartments where they demand talking about in 500 days. When that come out, a whole set of controversy was about that because they say too small, the stairs ain't good, the apartment too small, it's not fit for human consumption. It had a big controversy about that. That's why it stopped.
Boy. Well, we go get Philip.
He's right.
All right, well, we go get Philip. Philip, got to clear the air.
We'll get Philip to clear up that.
So we go get.
Let's go for the break.
Yeah.
Let's go for the break, and when we come back more, I didn't expect it, but it's getting hot in here.
On behalf of all of us here at Talk City 91.1 FM, we extend heartfelt Eid Mubarak greetings to the Muslim community and to all our listeners across Trinidad and Tobago as we mark the end of the holy month of Ramadan, a time of reflection, sacrifice, and spiritual renewal. We celebrate the values that bring us together: faith, compassion, generosity, and unity. May this Eid al-Fitr bring peace to your hearts, joy to your homes, and blessings to your families. May the spirit of giving and togetherness continue to guide us all in the days ahead. From our Talk City family to yours, Eid Mubarak, and have a safe, joyful, and blessed celebration.
TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
Hard-hitting, unfiltered, no scripts, no spin. This is Off the Record. Off the Record. With Stefan and Mr. X, where critical thinking meets real talk in real time. The conversations others avoid, we take them head on. Interactive, informative, entertaining, AI-assisted, and driven by your voice. Politics, society, culture, and the issues shaping now. No rehearsals, no apologies, just facts, fire, and fearless discussion. Off the Record. Weekdays 9 a.m. to 12 noon on Talk City 91.1 FM. Off the Record.
This is Destra, and you're listening to the Ground Report on Talk City. Keep it locked.
Williams and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, we are back, right? But we have about 2 minutes before we go to the 8 o'clock news, Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, I was on the phone there talking to the Honorable Minister, Philip Alexander there. And after the news, we will get back in contact with him, because I told him that I'm being ambushed there. I know that I see work going on. I know to me it look like it's a massive pace based on that they don't have money and those kind of things now. And then I wanted to clear the air on the man. Yes, Trinidad and Tobago has money. It have no ifs or buts, a baby, right? It have money, right? Just as a businessman that has money based on assets. So that is how I want to break it down to you. Trinidad and Tobago have a lot of assets, a lot of money, however it go. But cash flow is a problem. So I want to put it down in the direction of a businessman or business too, normal private business. You'll see businessmen and you'll say, boy, that person has real money. Yes, they have a lot of money in assets. But when it comes into cash flow, they have a problem. That is why a lot of businessmen, they start to organize and sell in their assets in order to get the cash flow, or look for ways and means in order to get a cash flow. Because you can have real money, have real assets, but if you don't have a cash flow, don't you know your business could slumber? Your business could burst, it could fall on the ground flat. Right, so Trinidad and Tobago, that is how Andy Williams, grassroots Andy Williams, Lennox Smith might put it over in a different way.
Very simple. You may not have the wherewithal financially to pay your expenditure, labor. You have fixed and you have variables. Labor, for example, electricity, water. You may not have the money for that maintenance, etc. We have to go for the break again, of course, for the news on this occasion. And when we come back, of course, we will take in Minister in the Ministry of Housing, Philip Alexander, who, of course, will clear up some things for us.
This is TTT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Terry Ann Brown Campbell, and this is TTT News. Topping the news at this time, Eid al-Fitr will be celebrated on Saturday, March 21st. Darul Uloom Trinidad and Tobago has officially announced that the crescent moon was not sighted on Thursday evening. This means the month of Ramadan will complete 30 days. The first day of Shawwal and the celebration of Eid al-Fitr will be on Saturday, March 21st. Despite this, Friday remains the official public holiday in Trinidad and Tobago. Minister of Land and Legal Affairs, Saddam Hussein, in response to a recent newspaper report that plumbing works at the UWI South Campus would cost about $4 million, has indicated that the Palo Seco Agricultural Enterprise Limited is the only entity which will carry out work at the facility. He added that the aim is for classes at the South Campus to begin at the start of the new academic year in September 2026. Minister Hussein said the repairs at the facility are expected to begin soon, adding that government estimates the cost for full restoration to be between $60 million. He stressed that while discussions with UWI remain ongoing, no determination has been made on which faculties or programs will be housed at the South Campus, as the site's structural rehabilitation remains the first priority. Astra has received a lease for land in Chaguanas to build a Muslim cemetery. Cabinet took the decision in February 2026, while the actual handover of the property took place on Thursday. The 3.2 hectares of land has been leased to Astra for 199 years. In sport, Antimacal Limited has signed on as platinum sponsor of Samoa Jablote Sports Club for the upcoming Trinidad and Tobago Premier Football League season, committing not just funding, but real opportunity for the players under Jablote's wing. The sponsorship was formally launched earlier this month when the club's players visited Antimakal's head office to present team jerseys and officially seal the partnership. Through the deal, Antimacal will directly support over 130 youth athletes, many of whom play at absolutely no cost. But the benefits go beyond the pitch. The players will now have access to professional training programs and internships across the Antimacal group. In the weather, generally sunny and dry, with a low chance of the odd isolated shower. Tonight will be generally fair apart from the odd isolated shower. Seas are moderate, with waves up to 2.5 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas. I'm Terry Ann Brown Campbell. Have a good day.
That was TTT News on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Eid al-Fitr is a major Islamic celebration observed both locally and internationally. It marks the end of Ramadan, a month dedicated to spiritual growth through fasting, prayer, and self-reflection. Today, we explore a deeper meaning of Eid al-Fitr with Imam Safras Ghani.
Eid al-Fitr, which is also known as the festival of the breaking of the fast, is one of the most significant Islamic celebrations. So during the year, right, there are two Eids, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha. The Eid al-Fitr is the Eid that will take place at the end of the month of Ramadan. It marks the end of the holy month of Ramadan, the month of fasting, prayer, and reflection. It's a very significant agenda on the Islamic calendar. I mean, Eid al-Fitr is a time to thank Almighty Allah. It's a time for spiritual renewal, for granting us the strength and the patience to complete the entire month of fasting. We express our gratitude for the blessings we have received from the entire month. And then it's a crucial part of that particular celebration is giving of charity and donations prior to the arrival of the Eid celebration. And then there's a whole aspect of community and unity where families and friends and community, they would come together and for social gatherings and for feasting and so on. So, I mean, on the Islamic calendar throughout the year, that definitely is one of the most significant occasions as you go through the Islamic calendar.
Several key elements defined Eid al-Fitr.
First of all, there is the Eid prayer. Muslims would gather in mosques and open spaces for a congregational prayer, special prayer that is said on the morning of. So that is the first important element of the Eid al-Fitr celebration. That prayer is usually consists of 2 units of prayer, and then there is a sermon that also follows that prayer as well. Another element is charity, right? So there is a stipulated mandatory charity, which is known as Zakatul Fitr or Sadaqatul Fitr, which is given before the Eid prayer. And of course, the whole concept behind it is to ensure that the less fortunate within the community, that they also have the means to participate in the Eid al-Fitr celebrations. And then, of course, on the day of Eid, we are not permitted to fast because it is a celebration of the breaking of the fast. So during the course of the day, we would normally have these feasts arranged at the mosque, at the places of worship, at homes. Another key element is that on the day of Eid, we have been guided by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, to wear our best clothing or new traditional clothing. So that's an opportunity for people to dress up, so to speak, and to express their joy, completion of the month of Ramadan. Another important element as well, we have been urged to exchange gifts. So the exchanging of gifts and so on would normally take place on that day. And then, of course, as we go through the day of Eid, we try our best to express our gratitude. And of course, we still have our worship to attend to as well. So yes, along with it being a day of celebration, it is also a day of intense prayer as well.
That's how we end today's conversation with Imam Safras Ghani on the significance and key elements of Eid ul-Fitr. In our next installment, we'll get a glimpse of the day's activities.
This was a production of the Information Division, Office of the Prime Minister.
Mornings just got louder, bolder, and more informed. From 6 to 9 a.m., it's the Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith on Talk City 91.1.
This is Destra. Right now you're listening to Talk City 91.1. Keep it locked. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, Trinidad and Tobago. We are back, we are back, we are back. And yes, so I'll know in the future. It have so long as a holiday fall Monday to Friday, we will be on. If it fall on a Saturday, as well this one falling on a Saturday now, well then all right. Sunday, all right. But have no holidays between Monday to Friday when it comes to the Ground Report. We will be there for you. We will be conducting our program. It is what it is. And that's the commitment, love and dedication that we have when it comes to this program, the Ground Report. For you, the honorable followers, shareholders of this big program, the Ground Report. The Ground Report. So good morning to each and every one of you again. I'm going to say a pleasant good morning to my maxi taxi drivers, PH drivers, bus drivers, 7-seaters, panel van, donkey, horse. So long as you're moving people. One of them donkey and them horse and them have any radio on the back there, so we would have a phone, playing it on YouTube or what. So let me say a pleasant good morning to all of you that are on our several social media platforms that are also locked on in the diaspora. Whether you be in America, South America, North America, Central America, Europe, whether you're up there in Europe, imagine that people all Japan, Australia, yeah, New Zealand. Man, when I hear about South Korea, I say, what? Well, I was looking out to if I hear somebody from North Korea. But I think once somebody called from North Korea, but I think Ching Dong Yang, that fat Chinese man, I think he executed. Remember, they can't have that, you know. But imagine that man take executed, listen to the go. Oh boy, so good morning again. Lennox Smith, I think Ching Dong Yang executed a man.
Well, yeah, that reminds me of the fury that we engendered in Dr. Rowley when he was Prime Minister as well. Remember what he said?
Yeah. Oh boy.
And the intention is to shut us down because we
yes,
are
I did say people saying
exposing,
Andy.
yeah.
People saying Andy, you did say you're not coming on until Monday. Lennox Smith and all say the same thing. We forget. We on every weekdays. So from now on, if let's see we make a mistake because it's a holiday and say, well, let me say the holiday is Tuesday and you're here until Wednesday morning. Let me know one time. Why? Until Tuesday, the holiday partner. Tomorrow, you have to be on. Yeah, let me know one time only. I did love for the Ground Report now, boy. Imagine.
Yeah, we're not relenting at all in terms of distribution. I'm glad that piece earlier confirmed the observation that I would have made with respect to the Islamic calendar. I see the mention of the two Eids, and of course the Eid al-Adha, which of course is a festival of sacrifice, which will come later down in the year. And of course we are celebrating the Muslims are now celebrating this time, of course, Eid al-Fitr. So the breaking of the fast. So I'm glad that that was confirmed there, so we could see the veracity of what we are saying, and the source, I think, is right on spot. But there are other issues, of course. There are shared traditions, for example. Some things are very common, in spite of the specificity that would have engendered or caused the various festival or matters relating to the Islamic calendar in terms of festivals and in terms of other matters as part and parcel of being a Muslim, practicing Muslim. And these are, of course, greeting, meaning that people greet one another with Eid Mubarak. So we said that, we said Eid Mubarak, but we don't know why. So we know the people greet each other with Eid Mubarak, which means blessed Eid.
All right, so before...
Eid Mubarak means blessed Eid. Go ahead if you have or you want to make an intervention. So we have about three or four.
Before we make the call, before we make that call, let me just take this call because it kind of stopped me from making the call.
Right,
boy, go ahead, caller.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yes. Andy, Lennox, don't let them PNM people come and pull all your foot, now, man. What I'm talking about. When PNM in power, they're doing nothing for the people. Why? Because the UNC now they come in power, they want everything done, and like you want to blame them for doing it. Don't let them PNM people pull all your foot down. They dance too long, man. Later.
Yeah, well, really, it's not a pull foot per se, but it's about sharing of information and rebuking and rebuking when it is necessary. So discerning people out there,
the same way,
they have sense, yes.
Not only that, because the same way the gentleman could observe the whole situation when it coming to them two tall towers. Well, them is the two tallest towers in the Shogunas area, really, truly. The two government buildings are the two tallest buildings
on the highway
in
Shogunas. From all of the main towers. Yeah, agree.
Until somebody build bigger, the tallest buildings in Shogunas is the two government buildings at Edinburgh 500 there right by the river.
Yeah, stood there like monuments of disaster, as if they were bombed out for a very long time. But I took note that
but the former
administration
but this government that ignored it. The saying the man also said this government back then in the next dispensation when they was there under the people partnership, they ignored the building too and they had it guarded for breaking down.
Yeah. That's right, exactly. They guarded for breaking, for demolition, but the same building, the PNM would have upgraded and retrofit. My only concern with this now is that is the quality. Because remember, the PNM likes to deal with matchbox and so on, and put people in very difficult accommodation and so on. So I'm sure that we will not hear the last of that, but I am glad that you would have communicated with Philip Alexander, the minister in the Ministry of Housing, who probably would have some idea as to why and how and some of the concerns that we would have expressed here and maybe at the level of the HGC as well.
Yeah, Jack Dio Chan, thanks so much for joining us out there in New York. Yeah, so again, I want to apologize to each and every one of you for the mistake that we made. So you all will be always know now, Monday to Friday, holiday or not, the Gong Report will be on Monday to Friday. So once our holiday fall in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, we will be on. And Lennox Smith has some paperwork to do up for me. I'm very serious about that. Because precedents must be set. Our government can be saying something but doing different. It must send that same precedent to the private sector that, hey, this is the law and this is the law. Whether contract, whether wherever it's called that thing, follow wherever it's called that other thing, wherever. Whether it's that thing where it's called it. Freelancing or wherever the hell. The law is the law. The government of Trinidad and Tobago under this goodly woman, Kamala Persad-Bicester, will sell the precedent, the right thing being done, to make sure the private sector must do that. If the law says...
And it may well be because of that intervention that you've just mentioned and arguing, it may have been an oversight in terms of the the creators or those who would have drafted any agreement relating to that, but may have omitted that where holidays are concerned, then a different scenario should, or additional scenario should prevail. So I think it is in good stead, good faith, and not in any way to show up anyone, but of course to demonstrate that there may well be an oversight.
Yeah, I seen the Tara is the I don't know how to pronounce that, but let me tell you now. Snipes only listener. D-E-E-E-E 3 E's T-A-R-A-A with 2 A's. I just pronounce it the Tara. So I don't know. Only right
Yeah, because I know of no word or name.
Again, let me spell it for you.
Three E's consecutively.
Yeah, D with 3 E's.
Well, that might be the online name. That might be the social media name.
But here what that name say now. Andy, how you just going wild so boy? Calm down now. You just get on like a bushman. Like a real bushman. What do you mean by that, Lennox Smith?
I know, but when they say when she say bushman, and based on behavior, I remember you know the comedy Beverly Hillbillies. Yeah, when they take the gun and thing and pack up the old vehicle and move into downtown. In fact, Hollywood or somewhere there, and they bring in tiger and crocodile and snake and thing in the people place. Beverly Hillbilly, yeah. Bush people come to town and they come with the thing. Instead of driving nice posh car, even though they're millionaires too, they're driving a donkey cart. Something of a donkey cart nature, and they're comfortable with that. So
Maharaj say thanks for sharing. So she now lock on to my mom. Down to we girlfriend, the all of them now lock on. They say they did not know that we'd have on, but lucky they lock on. So you all know now. Right, let me take this call. Every time I try to call the minister, I call Jumbin from calling. So let me take this one here. I hope this one is a very good one. And I hope. Let me see. Oh my God, I'm frightened to answer this call. 1, answer the call. 2, answer the call, Andy. 3, answer the call.
4. Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox.
Good morning, my friend. Good morning, my friend.
Today is about peace and love, myself. Love to the Muslim community.
Yes.
Eid Mubarak to my Muslim brothers and sisters. Because I have a sister, she follows Islam and she will try and I'm Muslim too. But Andy, we are taking Lennox. Congratulations. And the minister is going to call it for going in the belly. Down in Duncan Street and Nelson Street and them places them and showing dilapidated buildings and sewer water were running there. They want to blame UNC, right? PNM stronghold. PNM was there for the last 9 years plus. And they declared the plan them down there. And now they do all over social media holding a certain meeting and saying how much they like black people and they care about black people. PNM was only care about black people and underprivileged people when they're out of power enough for the vote. But down there supposed to be up to the line. Proper buildings. I know 2010 to 2015, there was maintaining them buildings and them a set of rubbish and grass and thing. I see the poor fire extension, this and that down there. When the PNM was in election, they come along later after the lunch color me red for a month and something and fool the people and them. And make them run back with nasty face signs and them Scotland down there. Like Lennox on the ground, they're trying, they give Lennox candidate a chance boxer to bring some people down there to change the vote and wake up and see who really care about the problem. Don't vote, all the voting for all the children and all the children. We want proper school like Scotland there, my former MP. The school, Piccadilly School, like Lennox, that school down for 9 years. The grass, high, rolling goat was hiding in the bag, eating out all the grass.
I told you as well, yeah. And I'm
ashamed. You are a man, you are on the ground, and we're not getting the plan them guys. So they vote with the UNC. This government is for everybody. So we taking care of them down. We have proper school and see about them buildings and them. So that PNM man who talk about the Ellenburg 500 building there, PNM could have finished at a long time. But one more thing, and they have a contractor who are working for I want to call in him. They ain't paying contractors because they have two big buildings in the back here, like it done finish. I see the pay for the thing. Why they give out the buildings and them?
But correct yourself, here, because I don't want nobody be on you. When you say that, you mean where this girl a part-time work for the contractor where this girl a part-time like hustle. But go ahead. Yeah. I know you're talking about. Yeah, that part-time hustle.
I'm not calling it. Yeah, but about 4 or 5 fortnight now, I ain't get pay. You need to talk about AGC and paying and all them kind of things in there. But I will not and bear with him. But our building here, it's like a need furnishing. But I see to have two big buildings across the next side there. I see like they're doing some work there and paving it out and thing in there. So I hope in the near future early they give out the houses and they've got 1,000 person waiting for can afford 40-something or 30-something years. Give out the house and them. Because people are going to go in the building and vandalize them because some mistake that they make and say they make it squatters regularize and people that's running in the building like mad people just so. So and they look to and listen, all the keep up the good work. Bless.
All right, and it's my duty too, even if it is insulting me and all. But I don't get insulted. I have a broad board back. You know, I see pitbull anyhow. I don't afraid nothing. And the more people criticize and come around me in those type of ways, is more strong I get. The truth hurts. The truth hurts is said Lennox candidate was a dunce like Andy. So I don't know if that's why he lost. He did not get through or what, or however it go.
No, that had nothing to do with it. I was the candidate for the same constituency in 2007.
Okay.
Right? So that argument is osseous. There's a more deeper sociological and economic factor, including, of course, the abuse and the propaganda and the constant bombardment to brainwash and to condition the people to vote for something that doesn't like them, or when they get the opportunity, they then, of course, abuse them. So there are people like that, and a whole, and so you see it in religion, etc. So we have to engage, as we are doing now, in a scenario where we decondition them and prepare them to act in their own best interests when the time comes. Because at the end of the day, this index finger, is critical to their respective developments.
Nice. And what I will say is Lennox, a dunce candidate, at the end of the day would have delivered to the people. He would have organized and represent. It would have been a milestone for the people of that area, that part of Laventille and environment, like Laventille West. Was that Laventille West?
Laventille East Movement.
Right,
yeah,
Laventille East Movement. That part of Laventille East Movement would have been well represented. But watch out something. What's the bright candidates Laventille East Mover had for the PNM? Look at how more bright they are. Real paperwork. And them and all didn't see that it have an inferior infrastructure there to fix. Like them people, them so bright that they're feeling their own people. Nothing. Martin, that how bright them is. Nothing. They gain them. But yet still these people voting them over and over and over. So it's best they had really and truly gave Lennox dunce candidate the chance. Because the bright one, they don't stand that chance. Let's continue.
Yeah, you have just defined not just insanity, but you have also defined suicide, not in the literal sense, but politically. And that's what they have been experiencing by putting people there who don't care about them and who turn their backs on them ultimately. But in this present scenario, wanting to get back there will tell them all kind of niceties and direct their venom to, of course, the present administration. I say to you out there, Laventille, East Port of Spain, Beetham, Sealots, Chumacac, Belmont, be conscious. Go ahead, Andy.
Yes, Trinidad and Tobago. And that was behalf on the Lennox candidate, but behalf of me, if it is, you can send your wife. I'm going to show her my degrees. I is a professor. Remember I told her I always highly educated. I told her I highly educated QBE. You know it's QBE, right? Qualified by experience. Q, qualified. B, by. E, experience. So send your wife and I'm gonna give her a serious lecturing. Okay? When you're ready, you have my number 366-3053. Let's give her a call and I'm going to give her a lecturing, right? The truth, or the name, truth of hurt, the truth hurts. Oh boy, look at that name. When I don't teach you, the truth gonna hurt.
Bang, 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 bang.
That's nice. Yes, nice smiling ear to ear. I can't say that as smile, that's a laughter. An outburst. Yes, indeed. We have.
Yeah, let me go
are
to
you
the
making
line.
the call?
Yeah. Go ahead, caller.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, caller.
All right, we are the minister here, man.
We are the minister.
Hello.
Morning, guys. Morning, everyone.
Hey, the Honorable Senator.
Eid Mubarak, my friend.
Yes. You didn't see big holiday. He on ball, you know. Well,
Eid Mubarak. I'm wondering if we have to say today or tomorrow.
We say that both days.
It doesn't matter.
Out of an abundance of caution, I'm going to say it on both days.
Yes, say it on both days. But what's up? Yeah, what I call it for? Big controversy. They want to know that they say that how that building there that you and Lennox Smith and your team went and highlight, that is how it start off, and then it reached the Edinburgh. Right? They say that building there was burned down, right under the PNM, they say. They say, but the UNC had a partnership, had a whole 5 years, and only never do nothing. So they want to know why you beating your chest and why Lennox and only beating all your chest. In this dispensation, to go to organize and play you're fixing. He said that the person said that you walk, but they said they don't mind you're beating your chest if you're doing your work wherever you go, but talk the truth. That is the UNC left that building unattended or abandoned. So you go clear that. And the next is, because I know you just run through things quick. Well, they target me saying, well, I supposed to know I'm associated with a friend that have a business very close. I'm associated with a friend that have a business very close to there. Although they say with my business, but I'm associated with a very close friend that have a business close to there. They say that the UNC left that building. The PNM that started it. The UNC had the opportunity to fix it, and they put it to be demolished. They said the corridors too small, rat can live there, something so. And the PNM started back. And why it is you all instead of give out those apartments in the new building yet, I did say, well, I know you all still, to what I see when I'm around that area there, I know the elevator was to go in and see where it ended up going in and all those various things. And I did acknowledge that the next building, that work is going on it. A lot of work, because that wasn't at that position after the elections. You know, that a lot of work is going on in it to me. Especially with a country that have no money, that they leave broken. So, could you clear the air on those two issues there, sir?
Sure. Well, with regards to the first one, I want all the callers who call to give their licks to remember that constituencies have members of parliament and people who are responsible for the constituents. But what Lennox Smith is doing now is doing what the PNM has not done for those people for decades. And it is Lennox Smith that is burning up my phone every day to make sure that the people of those communities get representation. People coming on the chairs and talking about you could give them what you want, they may not, them still voting PNM, whatever. But that is not what the Prime Minister is concerned with. The Prime Minister says, the Honorable Prime Minister says, she's the Prime Minister of the entire country. We are the government of the entire country. And the fact that some people may be misguided to still be voting PNM despite the bad treatment and the abandonment and the disrespect and the abuse, it doesn't mean that we have to join them in that. That our job is to make sure that every creed and race and every voter and every taxpayer in this country, regardless of where they find themselves on the socio-economic ladder, are given the representation they deserve. So those communities that have been abandoned by the PLN, that have left to decay and rot and have those people living in squalid ghetto conditions, we're going to fix that. And I want to say to Lennox Smith, stand firm, stand tall, stand proud, because you've not let go of this. Since the elections, you've not let go of this. There are other people who would have put up their foot and relax and eat a food. Lennox is out there fighting for people going in there overflowing sewage to make sure that we go and fix it and give the people representation. Kurt Finette, Shadow MP for Port of Spain South, who was ousted us yesterday. These people have not stopped working, and this is not an election year. And I want to give them a round of applause, a hearty round of applause for that, and anything that I could do to help and support and deliver with any office that I hold, they could guarantee it.
Nice. And the one where there's, it's the tallest buildings in Central, in Trinidad and Tobago, coming to Shogunas. You'll see it over there in the highways, the byways. First it was an eyesore. Now, well, it looks lovely. And people want to know if you all will be abandoning that, why it is, or they're not giving out these apartments that look like it finished, and why the slow pace on the one behind, the next one, in finishing the next one.
Well, you said something just now. I want to tell you something. Under the PNM, the HTC was used as a looting machine. It was a pipeline to suck money from central bank and farm it out through PNM members, financiers, even members of parliament, private companies, their wives, their children, and more of this is going to come out in the public space soon. Because I want people to know an investigation takes some time. You have to make sure that you have all your facts and figures ready, so that when you bus mark, as we just say in Trinidad, that the DPP and law enforcement will stand up there under a bright light and people asking, when are you taking action? So we're making sure we're doing our part. The HCC, the Ministry of Housing will loot it. The PNM used it as a feeding frenzy. I could tell you one company that was supposed to benefit from tendering, got their contracts renewed every time it ended in violation of the OPR to the tune of $30 million, and that's going to be out in the public space soon with facts, figures, and files for the DPP and law enforcement to go in Fairways, Goodwood Park, Bayshore, Regents Park, Gulf View, Balsane, and find these people who pose in as successful businessmen, but really looted the pockets of Granny who sells dynamite and bus pass underneath the flyover in Chaguanas. Every worker who cuts in grass in this country contributing to the taxes every time they make a purchase in Trinidad and Tobago. And it is that money that these PNM vicious financiers, friends and family have looted of this country in HTC. With regards to Edinburgh Towers, there are plans on the table that I cannot right now. It is not mine to say. There are people in positions that they have responsibility to say. Line Minister David Lee, Chairman of the Board Feroz Khan, and I have been in the meetings where the discussions are underway as the plans for everything and everything in due time. What I want to say to those people who suddenly very vocal and have the pen and the pencil and the paper and the fax and the filing, no problem. But you must be showing PNM in office. We're not even there a year. And all your pestering us, what about this, what about that? You didn't realize or you didn't remember that it is PNM problems you're trying to get us to fix fast. And we're working to fix everything. This morning, somebody just sent me a picture of the beach up at Maracas. Not a chair, not a tent, not a table inside. They say the place groomed. It's looking like a beach again. Thank you. We're fixing things in this country from pillar to post. All of my colleagues, all of the Kamala Prasad, the Honorable Prime Minister, has assembled the right army of professionals to stand up for the people of this country. And with every word and every direction from her lips, we are guided to go forward and leave nobody behind. So if they're seeing properties and places that they think that the PNM had left abandoned for years, that people are moving and squat, we be moving them. And they have to go and make video and talk foolishness, people who wasn't paying rent because they had a PNM party card. All of that done, the ACC will be run like a proper functioning organization so that the taxpayers will end up picking up the tab for PNM friends, family, and financiers. Some who bought houses and apartments today at a subsidized price and sell it tomorrow at market price and pocket the taxpayers' subsidy.
All of that gone by?
All that done.
All of that went on? Wait, remember, I think it have a law where you cannot sell AGC a property until after a certain while.
10 years, right?
Yeah.
The law is 10 years. But they have a clause. You could be given approval. And PNM ministers And I want Penelope Beckles and Camille Robinson Regis and Randall Mitchell. I am going to put them on blast. They are going to have laid at their feet what went on under their tenure in the HCC and the Ministry of Housing, and they, all three of them, who have plenty to say outside there today, they will have to account for the people's money and their stewardship of public office while in office.
Wow. Okay, boy.
Yes, that seems to be serious. All I would want to add, my friend, I want to thank you very much, of course, for that, what I consider to be, I wouldn't even say emergency. It appears now that it is idiosyncratic, it's natural that you respond. Within one day, one evening, I called. The next day, he's present on George Street, and the next day, of course, a team of HDC officials are there, both to look at the integrity of the structure and, of course, address the question of the sewer. And there is a plan already afoot, and I'm sure that it must have been deepened already on its way to action. So I want to thank you publicly for that response. I think it is consistent with what the Prime Minister has been saying, both in terms of in opposition and leading up to the April 28th general elections, and what is being manifested now. So I really, really would express my profuse thanks. And I want to say that what that little exercise has done to the people around, young men, young ladies, very, very upbeat and very enthusiastic, want to work, can work, but they always, of course, are skeptical as to the PNM and the way how their officials would have treated them over the years. There will be more. Go ahead, my friend.
Agreed. No, I just want to jump in to tell you, because you also, I find you undersell yourself, and you must tell the people that you've been negotiating so that contracts for in projects like that can be issued to grassroots people living in the compound, not Terence the Icing Wise Company, not friends, family, and financiers of the PNM, not the Syrian that living in fairways that do all the HTC grass cutting all through the country. This is grassroots people living in the community will be employed, and this is what I went back yesterday to sit with Chairman Khan to report, and they say, listen, this is what we're seeing, and this is what the people are asking for, and more on that to come.
Very good, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
It's very rare, Andy. It's very rare, Andy, that I'm a loss for words. Right?
You're
it is almost ineffable. Yeah, but
you know why? You work so hard and
get
so much.
The emotions. You see, because it is about that. It's about work, effort of love. Commitment to dedication and to a people who have been so disadvantaged and taken advantage of over so many decades.
No, you know why there's a fault there and you want to cry a little bit there, Lennox Smith? Because finally, the rocket have fuel from Philip go fix it. So the rocket gonna fly again.
Yes, Kamala, Prasad, the sensor, all the props. I want to tell you all this. Yesterday, David Nakid and I was talking. And we say for years, we outside there taking blows for talking about the drug trade and narco-trafficking empires moving through this country that caused all the gang violence, the 17,000 illegal guns and all the human trafficking. We were talking about that we never thought in our lifetime there would be a prime minister who would have the courage, the belly, and the backbone to stand to those narco empires. And what we're seeing today, the drug trade through the floor, crime down 50%. I mean, this government, Kamala Prasad, we really, when you see, we're going to get the opportunity in this lifetime to sing this woman's praises, because we will remember April 28, 2025, the day we turn this country around, we snatch it from defeat and brought it back to victory.
Nice. Thank you so much, your honorable Minister Philip Alexander. Keep up the good work. And that slogan, Philip go fix it, it is a real slogan. Thanks so much.
For that, guys. Have a great day, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you. And of course, again, Eid Mubarak to you and yours, whether it's today or tomorrow.
Bang, 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 bang.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
So what we're going to do is go for that needed break, and when we come back, more right here on the Ground Report. Don't switch
Just
that
before
time.
we go, I want to say that just in case the skeptic, because I know that they are on and they're listening. Yes, Vice, of course, you had 73 murders to date. Well, of course, the same time in 2025 when and before when the PNM was around, well, it was 80. All right, so just take note. Yes,
so
crime is down.
So crime around this time under the PNM?
Same time, yeah. It would have been 80. Right now is 73 thereabout. Murders are talking
so
about.
7 less.
Yeah.
Well, 7 less people died, killed. All right.
So still, in spite of all the skeptic and all the ultra, because when they talk, you'd believe that somehow it has surpassed the experience with the PNM. And why Dr. Rowley is trying to deny the reality. Every time the PNM is in government, the fact is, anytime the PNM is in government, murders escalate exponentially. Let's go for the break, and when we come back, more on this edition of the Ground Report.
Your country. TTT News is everywhere, on the ground, across Trinidad and Tobago, and on every smart device. When it matters, we're there, reporting the news as it happens. Because your world can't wait. Your world moves fast, so do we. TTT News brings you the people, events, and issues that matter most. Stay informed, stay ahead. TTT News, every night at 7. TTT News, committed, accurate, relevant.
On behalf of all of us here at Talk City 91.1 FM, we extend heartfelt Eid Mubarak greetings to the Muslim community and to all our listeners across Trinidad and Tobago as we mark the end of the holy month of Ramadan, a time of reflection, sacrifice, and spiritual renewal. We celebrate the values that bring us together: faith, compassion, generosity, and unity. May this Eid al-Fitr bring peace to your hearts, joy to your homes, and blessings to your families. May the spirit of giving and togetherness continue to guide us all in the days ahead. From our Talk City family to yours, Eid Mubarak, and have a safe, joyful, and blessed celebration.
This is Talk City 91.1. 91.1.
This is Destra. Right now you're listening to Talk City 91.1. Keep it locked. Bang, 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 bang.
Oh Lord. I hear me name Paul.
The Ground Report with Andy Williams and Lennox Smith.
Oh boy, we are back. Time really do fly when it comes to the Ground Report program, because it's always interesting, and anything you love doing.
We missed the word for the day challenge as well, so I thought I should equalize it, but if we couldn't have a capitch, then of course I would go past the word for the day.
It's only fair. I don't let you write
on Monday.
I let you write constitutional what we call it thing
pre-action protocol.
No, but inside the pre-action protocol is constitutional review.
Judicial review. Yes.
Judicial review. To make sure that
law
that is right.
Maybe
if that right or if that wrong.
A decision here that may be inimical to the interests of some litigant.
And that could never supersede the laws of the land.
Right. In terms. But no, you're using the judicial to have a decision made by the courts as to whether or not that action constitutes that principle or contravenes that principle. Yeah.
Very good. And then I will have to CC it to everybody and all them things. I really are going to court. Our example have to be set somewhere. I'm telling you, I'm going to court.
I don't think you will have to. I think people are sensitive enough to understand.
The people going to make TTT News, TV6 News, as the man setting the trend that the law is the law and don't our government must obey the law. Government institutions must obey the law. And here is his president that I want to say most of all. There's plenty private businesses that not complying with that. And I feel they're not complying with that because what monkey see monkey do, and they're watching what government do and they're doing. So what's me? I'm setting a precedent across the board for everybody.
And of course, the policing or the deficiencies of the regulators, those who are supposed to enforce, may be also questioned and be highlighted in the process. So I think people will begin to do the work as well. Let me give you, of course, some additional information with respect to the Muslims and, of course, Islam and some of the commonalities. Well, there are about two more that I want to share with you. As far which is common in Islam, family visits. Well, the day is spent visiting homes of relatives and neighbors to strengthen community ties. And then there's another one where, of course, forgiveness. It is considered an ideal time to resolve old grouses and reconcile with others, particularly around these two Eids. Remember, the first one is the one that we are talking about here now, or we are experiencing now, and then the other one is Eid al-Adha, which of course is the festival of sacrifice. Yes, let's go.
Nice. Oh boy, let me just get some voice notes there, boy. Oh boy, let me just play some voice notes there. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Right. I see citizens nobody was calling. Let me see what voice note you have for us this morning.
Man, nobody here. So you're talking about what is happening in the PNM. And in my humble opinion, it is a civil war. And the reason for the civil war is because there has now been a vacuum created from the former majority shareholder pulling out. Who was that majority shareholder? The Chinese Communist Party. Hear me out. So for some time now, for some years, I've been saying the PNM had been captured by the Chinese Communist Party. And the evidence was in all the things we were doing that were clearly aligned with China. And in fact, we were thumbing our nose at the Americans, saying China is our preferred trading partner, allowing illegal Venezuelan oil to pass, the tanker turning over, the Iranian diesel. All of these things signal that China had captured Trinidad by capturing the PNM. So the traditional financiers of the PNM, the Manning faction, and the Rowley faction were basically bought out by the Chinese faction. So they control things. They decided who is going to run the show. And the shining example of that as proof was when they changed the CEO of the country. The prime minister is the CEO of the country without a general election. Right? They install their own CEO. In companies, that's what majority shareholders do. Right? When they know that they are the majority shareholder, they install their own CEO to control. Well, with the recent events, China is being chased out of this part of the world in more ways than one. And when the Chinese lose, they cut and they run. So I think they've abandoned the PNM. So now you have a vacuum, and nature abhors a vacuum. So you're going to get a fight for that space, for those shares that are up for grabs now. We're talking here finances. Who's going to finance the party? And those financiers are calling on their horses, right? They're calling on their horses to take position. And those horses are going to fight, right? The two remaining factions are going to fight. There may be a third, right? And you're going to see a civil war in the PNM. That is going to happen. And again, my explanation for it, yes, you could say it's about our normal local petty politics, but I've told you all, everything that happens in this country from now on, and certainly for the last few years, is going to be international because we are an important international player.
Nice. And let me hear, Lennox might know, somebody sent a message, who I have to call to, concerning employees not getting paid NIS and holiday flat time. I don't know where it's holiday flat time. Or if it makes sense, you might make sense of it for me. Let me just read it again, how it is I got it. Who I have to talk to concerning employees not paying NIS and holiday flat time. I don't know what that means.
Well, of course, you have two major complaints system that you can use. Not NSB, but NIS themselves. If you complain, I think they have some enforcement systems there that you could, avail. And with respect to the other one, well, I suppose if you have a trade union or the ombudsman, or you go to the courts, the industrial court.
Okay then. Well, let's continue.
Good morning to the magnificent tree. I know get up there, boy. I didn't know all I was running today. All I will catch me with my pants down there, brother. Like all come like workhorse now. Yeah, Mr. Lennox. I just gonna say something. Sometimes when somebody says something and a person don't understand what they say, it's always good to ask a question, what do you mean? Then you tune them off. Because sometimes what they are saying is just something right, but you don't come in to the understanding of it. But that doesn't mean to say that you can learn something from it. Because a man never too old to learn something. Okay, so don't brush them aside. Another thing I want to say is that fella who now talked about the $3 million. Kamala Bissessa, who said that it costing the American $3 million to run the radar. Right? That is what it's costing them to run the radar. That had nothing to do with us because they had the soldiers and other equipment to see about. Right? And if that fella understand, right now it's costing the American $1 billion per day to the fight what they're doing right now against Iran. They paying Iran that $1 billion? No. That is what it's costing them to run with the soldiers and the ship and everything, $1 billion US per day. You have to understand when people saying something, it's not about them giving us, we running $3 million for the American. That costing the American of their own money, $3 million. Okay? Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Andy. Andy, that'll be very important, man. If you can play the whole thing, that's fine. But it's most important thing on the first part. Anyway, Andy, I see Lennox with Alexander trying to help those people in the corridor over there. Lennox, I don't hope you waste your time, because these people wouldn't change, like I said. You can do what you want for them. Help them, feed them, do what you want. They can still turn around and do the opposite. Good luck. I've been for many, many years that they like them. That's why the place like a slum. All right?
Pleasant morning to the ground report. Andy Williams, the pitbull of radio, live media, Lennox Smith and Mighty Kerr, wherever you are. Thanks to the Almighty God that He brought back you all out. Do a very generous and great work for the country. That this program is helping the country. Give us serious information, and we all the supporters work together with the station. You will continue to bless and guide you all and keep you all safe and your family. Enjoy your holiday and enjoy the weekend as well. And I wish you all the best by the hands of the Almighty God that He show you all the blessing of Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior. I want to say something, right? if the ex Prime Minister, right, come and tell everybody, I'm not closing down the refinery. In case you're holding a child hand in here, I'm not closing down the refinery, and he closed down the refinery. Not too long after, again, all, exit. Take the door, exit the door. He closed it down, and then he said he was not closing it down. What do you expect from him? What do you expect from him? So they're so lucky to sell so much a raffle ticket and rent the car park and sell cake to make over $100 and something million to build that Balice house. They're very lucky, so everybody could get rich here then. Everybody could sell raffle car, one car raffle, they say, and sell rent the car park, renting car park, and making cake and sell it. So they're so lucky to make all that money to build that massive building in town. So everybody could do that. They could open a car park by the place and sell cake and rent and raffle car too. So one car costs so much money and so much rental they get for the car park. You know the man's a compulsive, notorious, chronic line from day one, and he have been harassing the Prime Minister, Ms. Kamala Bissessa, ever since when he began. That woman never do that man nothing. She never disrespect him. She never had no allocation on the man. She never said nothing bad about him. That man have been pounding that woman from the beginning of his entry as a politician. One time Kamala come in, a man started saying nasty about Kamala. He tell what TNC. He calling woman golf course. Golf course is a nasty place. When people go in the United, go in the golf course to pass water, and sometimes they may use it to do other things too. And you cannot groom a woman as a golf course. That man don't like women. If he was a decent and a respectable man, he would have alleged, go and interfere with a school child when he was a teacher. You understand? So you have no shame and no respect. What do you expect from that? Nothing come from that man. I don't know what you do keep in the media conference for. What he keep in media conference for? He always feel the right when he open he could bring back the party. All he did 70 years, they mash up this country. 70 years, mash up this country. PNM mash up this country upside down. They trample on the people. They walk on everybody. All you don't like black people. All you don't like black people. You probably don't like black people. I'm a president Michelle White, Church Young and Front, all the people who was there before Church Young in Parliament. That people in Parliament wish to that had the opportunity to be a Prime Minister. You walk on everybody.
Yeah. It's done. I want to play it fast.
I realize that, but just want to say with respect to the $3 million issue, that the caller, when confronted with that, because he was of the view that the government was paying, the taxpayers was paying that $3 million. When he realized that it's not so, he said he wanted to see papers. Well, I want him to ask Trump for the papers too, for the $1 billion that he's spending in the Middle East and in that war effort. That's all.
Oh God.
I mean, it is ridiculous.
Hey.
You lost. Accept your loss. The fact is that you made a mistake.
We have a final set of bills.
We have a final set of bills.
So Trinidad and Tobago, we have a lot to go. So Trinidad and Tobago, don't forget, coming up next, you know that it's off the record with Mr. X and Stefan Rees. Until tomorrow morning, please God. Yes, and no corridor transformation later. Yeah, the advantage in league.
Who knows? It might be Spargo's number 2.
I would also like to file my pre-action protocol letter. Lennox, I would need your help because Andy doesn't have to leave his home on a holiday. So I will be taking Andy to court.
Andy, you open a can of worms.
I will be taking Andy to court. For
the excess, the excesses that he wants to impose here. I agree.
He will have to pick up that bill.
Why make business about that? Anyhow, Trinidad and Tobago, after God family concerns, be safe on the nation road. On behalf of the Ground Report team, yes, until Monday for sure. Monday morning, please God. Yours truly, the Pitbull of Radio. We are out of here.
Your news anytime, anywhere. Join us nightly at 7. TTT News. Committed, accurate, relevant.
This Good Friday, April 3rd, join the La Joquita Gospel Foundation for their powerful drama production, The Choice, at La Joquita Gospel Foundation, La Joquita Boulevard from 6 p.m. Make that choice that changes everything or be part of something life-changing. Friday, April 3rd, refreshments will be on sale. The Choice, La Joquita Gospel Foundation, where faith